and last time हमने online मिले थे. And we have a long agenda item, but madam has to go by 4 o'clock latest. So the way we'll do it, we'll just mention the ongoing projects to her, completed projects to her, but we'll not talk about those. We'll talk after she leaves. And then 2.2 new projects under consideration, there we'll spend time. So we request the PIs to make about 3-4 minutes presentation, followed by whatever 5-6 minutes discussion will happen. And then reporting items, and I hope by that time it will be 4. And then after she leaves, we'll maybe talk more about this ongoing in case there are questions and etc. Okay. So with this, I'll first request Madam to give some address to us. Followed by that thing will be introduction of the team, and then we'll have a proceedings.
I just have to say that it's nice to be back after COVID and see each other physically and understand. It had been a very tough journey for at least qualified agencies and for the artisans and people who had no permanent. Economically, there's a great setback that this country is having, and employment-wise, we are in a big crisis. Agriculture has improved a lot for the various reasons, but other industries are really gone back to zero. It's a very bad state. Technologically, even the whole concept of appropriate technology is not getting the same limelight or importance as it should, because we really need these technologies. But we are totally getting into very high-tech, extremely different kind of very, very capital-intensive technologies. And the control over technologies by few is another threat that we are going to face. So I'm not going to go further, because this very concept of let the torch burning here by the RUTAC with itself is a very commendable work. And I think we should add many new such ventures which really reaches out to people who really matter. Thank you all, and I'm really happy to meet. I would like to hear your face, because for me, all these faces.
I myself not very important, so I don't want to spread it to others.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam. So maybe I would request all of you to introduce briefly, starting.
Sangeeta Kohli, she already knows me. Mechanical engineering.
Sangeeta is member of our
institute.
Hello, I'm Pramod Khadikar. I'm faculty at Department of Design.
Okay.
So my name is Vinay. I'm faculty in Department of Mechanical Engineering at IC College of Engineering Technology, Greater.
He did a PhD from here and carried the RUTAC concept to his college also. Yeah.
Professor of Practice in Mechanical Engineering. Before joining IIT, before joining back IIT, I'm a student of something back. So I work in industry, product design. Particularly
सबको थोड़ा जोर बोलना पड़ेगा, because there are some online people are also trying to listen to us. Yeah, Ravi. Ravi.
Yeah, I'm Ravi, Mechanical Engineering at.
Okay. So let's go to other side. अच्छा, मैं इसके साहा मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट का फैकल्टी हूँ, and then I am acting as a RUTAC PI. Yes. I would suggest fan को ना काम करते नहीं तो off ही कर दो. I think AC is good enough, and otherwise people will not able to listen to us. Yes.
I am Kumar. I am working as senior project assistant. I am working on vending card, smart vending card. I'm Rajiv. I'm working as
smart vending card.
Vending cards.
I am Manish Gupta. I am a PhD student in mechanical engineering department. department, working in the professional history student working on the Professor Ravi and Professor Sunita. Anyway, Rashesh and I working as a junior medical assistant in Uttarakhand.
Okay, then we have a few online professors and others. So let's start with VK Vijay, Professor Vijay.
Muted, you are muted.
You are muted.
So Vijay, you are muted.
Yeah. Sorry. I am VK Vijay, working in the Center for Rural Development and Technology and also coordinating Unnat Bharat Abhiyan program of the ministry.
Thank you. Kamlesh ma'am.
जी नमस्कार सर या कमलेश जी from Humanities and Social Sciences Department, IIT Delhi. My subject is psychology and I am focusing on positive psychological aspects in theoretical mode as well as on practical, and here working on mental health regarding rural women and adolescent girls. That's
Thank
my
you.
main here. Thank you.
Ramakrishna.
So I'm Ramakrishna, assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. So my areas are in the analysis and design of machines and mechanisms.
Thank you. I don't know who is SI. SI. Can you introduce? Sudipto. Yeah.
So, good afternoon to all of you. This is Sudipto Mukhopadhyay from IIT Jodhpur Mechanical Engineering Department.
Okay.
So, Dr. Anand could not join now. He will join later because of some situation. So, he will be joining. Dr. Anand will be also joining.
Okay. Thank you, Sudipto. Okay. So I will request Rajkumar, you can share the slides. So as I discussed, I will tell you the ongoing projects. So we have 14 ongoing projects. Most of the projects have started at 20 or even 19, some of them. Because of the COVID, they have been extended, all of them uniformly up to 31st March 2022. But as I have seen the presentations yesterday, all of them, these 14 of them, require further extensions because of the COVID situation. So maybe 3 months to 6 months are the total requirement. In normal situation, I would have requested PIs to explain, but as I said, because of the time frame, I'll just read out and then see what is the extension required. The first one is the improvement of earthen tawa firing process, Punchari village.
I'm not the PI here.
MR Ravi is the PI here, and in case the chairperson has questions, she can ask. Rest of the people, I would say, if you can be keeping your question for later time. And 2022, and now again he's asking 3 months extension. My suggestion here is, chairperson ma'am, is even though they're asking 3 months, but I think if we can decide uniformly, if we make up to 6 months to all, if they finish, let them finish even earlier, because otherwise again they will ask another 3 months, and we will not have a core group in next 3 months time either.
I think that's
okay. So all 3 months requesting will be going to 6 months. Okay. Next one is fabrication and testing of drum cutting machine in Bhuj, Gujarat. Professor Ravi Chattopadhyay from Textile Department. He's not here now, but I am also the co-PI, and Yashwant is the person who is working on it. For your information, we will be doing a workshop in the month of April end in Bhuj to demonstrate the machine. Glance through karado photograph ka. Yeah, so this is the machine which is being made and tested. Next one is improvement in Vilwa seed decortication process in Betul district, Madhya Pradesh. And Dr. Vinay Gupta from IEC is the PI. Next. So this is some design has happened, some fabrication has also happened, which is undergoing testing. No, I'm not letting anybody to explain anything. Next one is proposal for improvement in the batasa making process phase 2. Again, Professor Vinay Gupta is the person. Picture dikhao. So this is some stages. We had some prototype tested in Greater Noida. Greater Noida means testing? Secunderabad. Ghaziabad. But now again, actually it was during Professor Gold time. He said until unless it goes through rigorous testing, we should not consider it a close. So we have requested him to do further testing other places. Phase for teleoperation of face mask during COVID, it started again by Professor Vinay Gupta. It has gone through certain iterations, but due to COVID almost gone, my personal view, it may be considered closed, but let's hear very quickly that 6 months extension you want to accept or not?
3 months.
You want to accept? Okay. Then we have a proposal for designing of vertical vermicomposting unit at Katra, Jammu. And again, for the information of Madam Katra, they did not provide any facility to test it. So what has been modified here is thinking of housing complexes or the melas around that thing. So the testing has been done. It has given quite good results. And again, another prototype we wanted to create, and Dr. Ketki Baput ma'am is actually following up very closely with all her expertise as well. So again, 6 months extension will be taken. Development of more ergonomic and efficient street sizing system for Chirala handloom. Dr. Samrat Mukhopadhyay from Textile, he has been handling it. So this is the machine. This is the hardware here, and now it is being put on the top floor of textile department. Am I right? Top floor for testing at IIT campus. Adaptation of sheep hair shearing machine developed by IIT Delhi Phase 3. So this has a little story behind it. It started with the Minister of Textile project way back in 2010. And then 2012, when it was over, there was no activities. Ministry did not want to take it forward. 2014-15, one NGO wanted to use the technology, and that time it revived. In between, again funding stopped, but finally funding has been cleared, and we will be doing testing in 2-3 steps. But our technology is ready to disseminate, but ministry has took a MOU with me that I will not transfer this to anyone. It is they who will transfer
The ministry will do it. The Ministry of what?
Ministry of Textile under Central Wool Development Board. Then the improvement in finance, design and working condition of artisan for Bengal making, phase 2. Again, Professor Kohli and Ravi, please go ahead. So some new people have joined. I will do it after this round finishes. So this is a very positive activity going on and lot of interest. Again in Bhuj, we will have a workshop on cutting machine and also on this making these furnaces. So aage jao. So 2-3 places this activity is going on. Improvement in the design of coconut tree climber for Muthalamada, Palakkad, Kerala. And this has started with the undergraduate project. Later, we wanted to do it. It is going through hardships in terms of not able to provide full-time manpower support because our RUTAC system does not allow. And in other projects, people are so busy, but still several trials are going on. But as we have discussed at the beginning, all projects will be uniformly extended by 6 months. Prevention of stone dust inhalation for stone carvers at Bharatpur, Rajasthan. Dr. Debrat Dasgupta and Bunny Ray. This, so they have come up with an idea for a glove system, as you can see on the left. It was tested in the field near Bharatpur, but they said our pieces are very big. This is not going to serve the purpose. So we are thinking of a fresh. And what we are planning in this summer, we'll have a grand challenge countrywide also to come up with the ideas. And I think this has one of the new proposal by Professor Godara. He will present in detail at that time. Design, improvement and fabrication of new model charkha, again Professor Chattopadhyay from textile. Aage chalo. So this was almost completed thing except some ergonomic sitting arrangements needs to be done, and so that is going on. Dissemination of improved metallic carpet looms developed by IIT Delhi for carpet weavers at Jaipur, Rajasthan. This is a very old development, but we have distributed to this organization for testing. In the meantime, from Arunachal Pradesh, there is a request of quotation for 50 looms, which you have provided, but after that, no response for last 1 month. Improved smart vending card. It is RUTAC associated activity, but funded separately by DST Science and Society Division. And again, 3-4 of us involved. And we have developed several prototypes and apps also to find out the quality. And one of the key claim, what I personally take a pride, is a lift and turn mechanism. As you can see, there are wheels which can be pushed down to lift the last 2 wheels and then can be turned. So these are the 14 ongoing. Ma'am, if you have quick observations, quick comments, you can share. Otherwise, I'll move on.
No, you can move on because a lot of time have gone into all these projects.
Right. Okay, the completed projects which are declaring are improvement in a TL-UD cook stove in collaboration with EcoSense Appliances Private Limited. This is very interesting, positive, progressive activity, I would call it. Sangeeta and Ravi led this activity. Finally, what we are doing is the technology which we have developed for them, and it appears like we are working for private, but actually it has a lot of social implication. That's why the project was taken. And now whatever technology we have developed, we are doing the tech transfer to them so that it is available with commercial value also. Of course, commercially we will be charging very little, maybe 10,000 to this company, and we'll give it to other companies whenever they approach us. Promoting mental health awareness in rural communities using psycho-educational videos, as Professor Kamlesh Singh mentioned. She's making lots of videos based on the requirement, and those videos are played in front of the women and many other people where she is working. Mound-based subsurface irrigation. This is from IIT Jodhpur. Professor Anand Plapalli. His technology was also transferred to 2 organizations now. The first one with 10,000 rupees, the next one with 50,000 rupees. So as we know, things are establishing. We are increasing the price because demand is increasing. Not to make a profit out of it, but whatever the cost were involved in terms of submitting the patent, at least to overcome that thing. And if it can be made self-sustaining, so that in future RUTAC messages can spread easily to the even entrepreneurs. Design improvement of Tulsimala making device for bigger bits. That is also going very fine. So already kitna pieces? 8-10 pieces sold here. 34. Okay, I'm underestimating. And so with the help of National Cooperation Union, we have one officer here, Sumit ji, I'll introduce later also. So with them, we are thinking to do big way as this one and similar other projects. A feasibility study of miniature cutting machine and manufacturer identification before that machine was made. So this is the short project was taken. So this is declared close, but the other one will continue. So with this, I directly move on to the new project. Here, I would request the PIs to give their presentation for about 4 to 5 minutes max, followed by discussion, so that we will be considering approve. Hopefully, right? So mold and press design of earthen tawa by Professor M.R. Ravi, along with Professor Ramakrishna. Who will speak for it? Rama will speak. You will speak.
I don't know. Ramakrishna, would you like to speak about it or?
Yes. Okay, I'll speak about it.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So basically, the idea is this. In the first figure, what you can see is this. So these are women who are making this tawa. So it's a handmade process which they are doing now. So as you can see that the quality will be the quality of this tawa will fluctuate depending upon their say it will say someone starts the process in the morning, okay, by the time afternoon or evening, okay, the quality will deteriorate for being that a human is involved in it, okay, so they may feel fatigue. So on the what we want to do is this, we want to mechanize it. So there was some survey done. So it was found that in the area of Gujarat, Bhuj, so there was this mechanized tawas which are electrically driven. So this one is electrically driven one. So it can make around 300 to 400 tawas per hour. Now we want, this is a very high-end solution where it is just substituting a human being and just some workers are being employed for an industrial purpose. Now we don't want to do this kind of solution. So what we want to do is we want to design a manual press which can aid these rural women who are into this business, so that the one thing is quality is assured and other thing is their effort is reduced. So we are the project is aimed at finding such a manual press which can aid this women in their livelihood. So this is the brief about the project. So it involves studies of designing a machine and also some forming studies of the mold, how it is going to that clay, how is it going to deform in the mold, also the design of mold. So it involves studies from both machine design and also from manufacturing sciences. So Professor M.R. Ravi, you can add anything if I missed out.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. I think you have explained it quite nicely in detail.
Okay.
Dada, SP? Dada, he's Professor SP Singh, also working on that.
I had an industry visit
sometime. Okay, so ma'am, any questions or anyone else also has any question or suggestion? So maybe in the field who visited, I think one of you, if you wanted to add something here. हाँ तो ऐड करो, कुछ ऐड करना चाहते हो?
So, ma'am, just from Kuchi village, the village survey they have provided
जोर से बोलो.
the kid, firing kid. Now another problem that we are about to take is this molding process, and they also are very tired of making this.
हाथ से बनाने देर लगती
है और आलसी भी थोड़ा हो जाता है, लोग चाहते हैं थोड़ा कंफर्टेबल होना और वो बोलते हैं कि कब आप प्रेस लेके आ रहे हो, तो हम बोल रहे हैं कि प्रेस तो है लेकिन जो प्रेस आपके यहाँ आएगा क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बहुत दिक्कत है वहाँ, तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वाला जो हम ये मशीन लेके आ जाए शायद वो काम ना करे,
सोलराइज नहीं कर सकते,
सोलर भी सोच सकते हैं बट जो पावर रिक्वायरमेंट है वो टन्स में होता है ना, टन का प्रेस चाहिए तो
ऐसी चीजों का हर गांव में प्रॉब्लम है.
Yeah, the current requirement will be quite high, so you would probably need a much larger system of batteries and.
Also, the idea was that we want to give them a tool which improves their productivity rather than replacing their.
बिजली का नहीं बना.
Electric nahi banayenge. We are trying to, what Ramakrishna was actually talking about is actually a manual hand press kind of this one.
Also, ma'am, we have come up, मतलब सर्वे जो हमने किया है, तो देखा है कि मैनुअली ऑपरेटेड प्रेस है, जो कि दिया बनाने का काम आता है, बड़े-बड़े बाउल्स बनाने के काम आते हैं, और they are quite affordable.
उसमें तवा नहीं बनाते.
उसको मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं, इस फॉर्म में बना सकते हैं, या
यहाँ पर नहीं, कहीं और.
हाँ, वो वहाँ नहीं है, मतलब
कहीं बन रहा है.
कुछ गुजरात में थे ना, YouTube वीडियो से हमने काफी इकट्ठे किए, तो कहीं ना कहीं मतलब इन बिटवीन हमें कुछ करना पड़ेगा.
कॉस्ट एंड ड्यूरेशन क्या रखा है इसका?
So it is okay. Let me brief it. So the duration is 6 months, and The breakdown of the budget is in 3 heads. One is machine design and manufacturing is 1,60,000. Die design and manufacturing is 70,000. Testing and travel is 50,000. So in total, it is 2,80,000 is the proposed budget.
Actually, with respect to Porchery, we were looking at 3 aspects. One is the furnace. The other is we were looking at the material. So they actually seem to have a red color, gravel.
I think it was sandy soil.
Red color gravel which they get from one of the nearby hills, and they mix it with the clay that they have. So we wanted to study the properties of those and see what is specific about that, and try to do some play around with the grain size of the sand, grain size of the gravel, mixing things. So some material properties of the clay itself we wanted to work with, and also to make it more compatible with the machine forming process. We had to make any changes. So that is one aspect. The machine is second aspect, and the kiln is the third one. So in fact, the kiln work we have already done there, and they are quite happy about it. And the other two we have. Okay.
They're using the kiln.
They have started using the kiln. I think Yashwanth.
तालाब वाली मिट्टी यूज होती है
जी
मिट्टी तालाब वाली यूज होती है
वहाँ पर एक हिल लगा है
हाँ वो बजरी के लिए तालाब से
मिट्टी तरह
खेत से लगा
पहाड़ का पूरा
So if there is no more question, we consider it is approved. Move on to the next one. Improvement in Vilwasi decortication process in Betul district. One work already started by Dr. Vinay Gupta, but with new induction of Professor Fadilkar in our department design, and he wanted to give a little fresh look. So together now they will do something differently, which Pramod will present. Pramod.
मुझे पूछना था कि this 6 months extension we call for more budgetary provision that you have to give them money for.
I think whatever budget provision we have some seed grants already allocated to us. That exact amount I don't remember, but maximum up to 3 lakhs per project.
Okay.
This committee can assign. I mean, can approve. Okay. So obviously this will be subject to the fund available.
Yes.
And I think it should be available. Even if it's not available, at least they can start. If they cannot get 2.8 lakhs, they can spend 50,000 or 1 lakh to whatever process. And we are very hopeful that the project will continue for another 3 years. At that time, it will be added. Yeah. So Pramod, you wanted to add something?
Yeah. So Bilwa decortication. Bilwa is a kind of fruit and it is decorticated manually, and it is not a big industry. So it is done at household level individually. So those limitations and challenges are also there. So there is this current traditional practice where they break it with some stone, and it has some oil which spills on their body and on their hands, so they cover their hands. So this is a very traditional process. And there is one machine already developed by Tata Center of Technology and Design. But so when we are impacting with stone, there is spillage. So that the oil spills on the body. But here it is a uniform pressure applied. But the productivity is a challenge. The posture is still not very good. So what we want to do mainly is, what we are trying to do is we want to develop between if we think of continuum, one is for somebody in a household who is earning just 2,000 rupees in a month, they cannot afford to buy some machine, and then we are dependent on somebody. So can we improve on their existing tools so that their productivity increase? So we are working on 2 aspects mainly, increasing productivity and ensuring safety. And the posture is the third main objective. So we are thinking of creating interventions at 3 levels. One, which is very simple thing, just tool changing, maintaining their process so that they can buy that at very small amount, maybe 200 rupees, 300 rupees, and their productivity increases. So the way we are trying to understand the exact decortication, how the decortication happens. So we are doing small prototypes for that. Second thing is semi-automatic machine, some machine with some structure in which we'll use the principles we understood in this first part into second part, but it will be very similar to what Tata have done in that Centras does. And third, we'll not develop, but we'll have some kind of CAD ready, in which it can be a very industrially made. So I think thanks to him, he has some mechanism with which if we incorporate the head, in which exactly how the decortication happens, we could use what he has already developed in the project. So that's how we are planning to do this. Because of, I think, Corona, we could not visit the place. So, but we talked with the lady who is running, who was involved in this project earlier. So we will go there. So we have to understand. But now there is.
She's present instantly.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
बात करने के लिए बोली
Geeta ma'am is there?
Who knows? You know?
Geeta ma'am?
You use that mic also, no? You use that mic also.
Yeah. Hello. Yes,
Hello,
sir.
Geeta.
Hello. 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 I'm present, sir.
Online you are audible. I don't know whether you are audible to the room or not.
आपको सुन पा रहे हैं?
जी, मैं सुन पा रही हूँ. आप
हाँ.
मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
हाँ, सुन पा रहे हैं.
जी सर.
हाँ, तो हम लोग अभी नेक्स्ट फेज में इसको लेके जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. आपसे बात हुई थी
सर.
उस हिसाब से.
हाँ.
लेकिन अभी कोरोना सोसाइटी विल दे बी इंटरेस्टेड या नहीं, उसका कुछ क्लैरिटी आपके पास है या कैसे करेंगे इसका आगे हम लोग?
करुणा सोसाइटी के सामने मैंने ये बात रखी है, पर उन्होंने बोला कि हम आपको सोच के जवाब देते हैं. सो इट विल बी, अभी मेरे पास कोई क्लैरिटी आई नहीं है उनकी, लेकिन जो कम्युनिटी है उनकी क्लैरिटी आ गई है कि वो इसमें इंटरेस्टेड है और वो हमारे पक्ष में है और वो सहमत है कि ऐसी कोई मशीन बनती है तो वो जरूर चाहेंगे कि वो प्रोवाइड कर पाए उसको और वो अपने साथ में जुड़ के काम करे ऐसे. तो उन्होंने लिखित में वीडियो और लेटर्स भी भेजा है जो मैं आपको भेज दूंगी.
ठीक है.
अच्छा गुड. तो आपको मशीन जब बन जाएगा तो उसको पहला प्रोटोटाइप तो हम प्रोवाइड कर देंगे, बट आगे सपोज और मल्टीप्लाई करनी है वो सपोर्ट
कम से कम क्या कॉस्ट होगी आई थिंक.
हाँ, तो लेकिन उसका फंडिंग का आपके पास आप कुछ सोच रहे हो सोर्स उसके लिए?
उसके लिए मैं सोच रही हूँ, इसीलिए मैं पूछ रही हूँ कि उस मशीन का कम से कम कितनी लागत होगी ऐसे.
जैसे मैंने बोला कि हम 3 लेवल्स में सोच रहे हैं, लेकिन अभी तक उसकी क्लैरिटी नहीं है.
हाँ.
we'll try to keep it minimum. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला था डिस्कशन में भी, कुछ टूल्स रहेंगे जो टूल्स will be very cost effective, यानी हर कोई इंडिविजुअल उसको खरीद सकता है. दूसरा होगा एक सेमी ऑटोमेटिक मशीन जैसे टाटा ट्रस्ट ने जो बनाया था उस टाइप का.
जी.
तो अभी तो कुछ क्लियर कट आइडिया नहीं है.
कॉस्ट जो भी हो, 2 लाख हो, 3 लाख हो, 4 लाख हो, मे बी आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट सुनीत जी टू गिव ए कमेंट्स हियर from the point of view of cooperative formations, because उनके पास ऑलरेडी सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप है क्या नहीं पता नहीं. मैडम वहाँ पे कोई सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप है उधर?
हाँ है. और अगर मशीन ज्यादा कॉस्टली है तो हम ऐसा करेंगे कि कम मशीन खरीदेंगे और घंटे के हिसाब से, जैसे एक लेडीज है वो 4-5 घंटे काम करेगी, दूसरी लेडीज है वो 4-5 घंटे काम करेगी और वो जो काम करेगी जितने घंटे भी, और उसमें से जो भी आएगा वो उसमें पे करेंगे. और इस हिसाब से वो समूह फिर चलाएगा। और वो समूह जो है वो उनके साथ में भी जुड़ा हुआ है, तो गवर्नमेंट भी उसकी सहायता करेंगे।
एनआरएलएम के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, किसके साथ जुड़ा हुआ है? एनआरएलएम के साथ है, ग्रामीण आजीविका
अभी तक एनआरएलएम के साथ में उनको छोड़ा इसलिए नहीं गया है क्योंकि वो सिर्फ हमसे ही क्योंकि इतना पैसा वो कर नहीं सकते थे और वो नहीं कर सकते थे। पर हमारे पास से जैसे वो लोन लेते थे बिना इंटरेस्ट के और काम करते थे, तो अब वो इंडिपेंडेंटली इतने है कि एनआरएलएम के जो समूह बनते हैं उसमें वो समूह 2-3 समूह बना के फिर वो उनको वहां से लोन मिलने की पूरी संभावना है।
ठीक है मैडम, थैंक यू
जी।
तो इसमें हजार्ड्स बहुत, ये जो उसका ऑयल है एसिडिक एंड आल्सो स्प्रेज इन द एयर, तो ये नहीं कि वो कन्फाइंड रहता है, वो कहीं भी खुद कर सकता है। और गांव में बिल्कुल ही इसका दूर रखते हैं क्योंकि ये एक तरह से काफी तो उसके लिए मुझे इस डिवाइस पे नहीं दिख रहा है कि आप फिजिकली कैसे इसको रोक सकते हैं। दैट स्प्रे ऑफ ऑयल व्हाइल बर्स्टिंग द शेल, वो सबसे क्रिटिकल होता है, तो वो इसमें कैसे डिजाइन।
एक तो चीज है कि एक तो इम्पैक्ट जो है, नाउ इफ व्हेन वी इम्पैक्ट इट स्पिल्स मोर, लेकिन इफ यू प्रेस इट यूनिफॉर्म,
हमने हर तरह से कर ये इसमें मुझे लगता है कि जो उसका जो कवर है वेदर इट स्पिल्स व्हेन स्पिल हैपेंस,
तो मतलब स्पिल्स मींस यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फ्यूम्स।
नहीं
ऑयल उसमें भी कैन कंट्रोल एक्सपेरिमेंट्स, तो तो रहता है काफी, तो एक सीट को भी आप तोड़ेंगे तो पूरा हाथ काला हो जाएगा।
पर वो स्प्लैश
नहीं, ऐसा स्प्लैश तो नहीं करता है,
स्प्रे करता है, उसका जो फ्यूम होता है वो
फ्यूम्स हो सकता है,
और सारे
तो विजिबल नहीं आंखों से।
हमने देखा हमारे वर्कर्स को सारे ब्लिस्टर्स आ गए।
हाँ, अगर वो ऑयल लगेगा तो रोज तो आ जाएगा, दैट इज ओके।
इसीलिए उनका जो मशीन का जो स्टाइल है, एक बार फोटो निकाल के दिखाओ, वीडियो दिखाओ।
आपको डायरेक्ट स्लाइड भेजा है, यू सीन दिस, ऐसा लगता है कि आपने इसको डायरेक्ट ऑब्जर्व किया है।
हम लोग इसमें अभी काफी में यूज करते हैं, हमारे सिल्वर फिल्म ने छोड़ दिया क्योंकि बहुत सुंदर कलर बनता है इसका, पर
कलर तो बहुत होता है, एक सीट पूरा कलर हो जाता है।
कभी आपको याद है ये धोबी लोग पहले मार्क करते थे, इट वाज द सॉइल, कभी जाता नहीं था कलर के लिए, ये बहुत पक्का रंग है। पर इसके
तो अगर एक्चुअली कोई शील्ड बना दी जाए जिसके अंदर इसको, तो इन लोग ऐसे तोड़ रहे हैं,
कैन देयर बी शील्ड, लेकिन एक कितना देर लगेगा तो नहीं होगा।
ये जैसे बल्ब का ग्लोब होता है, इसको वी हैव अ प्लंजर इन द सेंटर एंड देन व्हेन यू प्रेसिंग इट इट विल बी कंटेन्ड।
तो बिना ने ये ट्राई कर रहे हैं अभी,
आप वाला भी हाथ से तोड़ रहे हो।
ठीक है, हम ज्यादा नहीं ट्वेल करेंगे, पर ये
ठीक है,
एक क्रिटिकल एरिया तो जरूर है, पर
हां, पर ये जो ऑयल काफी एक में
इसीलिए हमने सोचा सिंस ये सेकंड हिमसेल्फ इंटरेस्ट लुकिंग एंड दिस, तो मैंने एक फ्रेश लुक देते हैं,
गार्ड बनाएंगे,
गार्ड है
क्योंकि डिजाइन में है
उसमें यानी गार्ड बना सकते हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ उसको उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी कम नहीं होनी चाहिए। बना के वहाँ पे रख देंगे, हमारे सामने इस्तेमाल करेंगे, लेकिन बाद में वो निकाल देंगे।
इसको डिकॉर्टिकेट करने में एक बड़ा चैलेंज है इसका ओरिएंटेशन।
पहले की नहीं, आपकी मशीन में गार्ड,
इसकी शेप और साइज हर चीज का वेरी करता है, और ओरिएंटेशन एक
तो स्प्लैश को रोकने के लिए बेसिकली,
तो हर बीच का ओरिएंटेशन अलग है, दैट इज अ डिफिकल्ट टास्क।
And take this is the input, so we are not stopping new people, right?
No, definitely. I'm taking it very positively.
Okay. So let us move on to the next one.
Prevention. मेरे को एक idea complete. So if you make something like a globe, जैसे बल्ब का जो कवर होता है इस तरह से है spherical, उसके बीच में प्लंजर जाने का है, then the only place the fumes can come out is from where the plunger goes inside. Rest of the splashes can all get contained. So maybe something of that nature can be considered. And either stainless steel.
थोड़ा और कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, जो ऑयल निकलता है ना उसमें जो सीड होता है जो खाने लायक होता है वो इमीडिएटली उनको निकाल के साइड में रखना होता है, अदरवाइज इट गेट्स कंटामिनेटेड। तो इतना एक्सेस चाहिए कि थोड़ा इमीडिएटली दे हैंडल विद, यानी अगर कुछ है ऐसा है उसके अंदर उनको दे हैव टू एक्सेस, दे विल नेवर यूज इट।
So it will require some kind of iterative ways of
something spring loaded, आप पैर से दबाओ तो बंद हो जाएगा, तोड़ो पैर छोड़ दो खुल जाएगा इमीडिएटली. सो वी आर थिंकिंग अबाउट दैट.
तोड़ के दिखाया हुआ है. इसमें 2 लेयर है अंदर, येलो ब्राउन कलर की लेयर दिखती है, डार्क ब्राउन, इसमें सारा ऑयल होता है और अंदर वाली लेयर पतली सी होती है. इफ इट ब्रेक्स इन द इनर सेल देन ओनली इट विल ब्रेक प्रॉपर्ली. अगर बाहर का सेल मर्ज बल्ज हो गया तो फिर सारा ऑयल निकल जाएगा. इसलिए इसको ओरिएंटेशन और स्ट्राइक बहुत ही प्रैक्टिस की बात है और मैंने काफी एक्सपेरिमेंट किया तो ये इसलिए मुझे पता चला. तो ये चैलेंज है, मतलब प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाना है तो ओरिएंटेशन को, उसके लिए स्प्रिंग मैकेनिज्म पर काम कर रहे हैं. देखते हैं कैसे.
कोई शार्प एज से अगर उसको जैसे
नहीं, ऑयल पूरा बंद कर देगा. नाउ
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you, Gita ma'am. So we move on. Prevention of stone dust inhalation for stone carvers at Bharatpur. Professor Godara has interest in it, so I would request him to share what he has in his mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you all of you.
Thank you, madam. Yeah.
Thank you for all of you कि आपने मुझे इस काबिल समझा कि मुझे इस मीटिंग में इनवाइट किया और मुझे काफी कुछ जानने को मिला और समझने को मिला. एंड आप गुजरात आए तो वेलकम टू कच्छ और मैं कश्मीरी हूँ. यस.
Thank you.
जी. ओके.
Thank you. So my inspiration for stepping into this project is out of the fact that most masks or covers are actually loading the person with additional effort. उसको breathe करने के लिए pressure drop overcome करना पड़ता है, and that is not conducive for work that is requiring physical labor. So the idea is to look at a different kind of a mask which is providing a shield not just for the nose but also for the eyes, and it is powered. So the pressure drop is taken care of by something external like a small fan that is battery powered, and this has to be explored so that the person has intrinsic motivation to use it. कि अगर वो use करेगा तो उसको clarity भी है और साथ साथ उसको clean air inhale करने को मिल गई और that airflow will be such that it will give him comfort on the face. So the sweating and all that. The idea is what will attract them to use it versus we having to push it. कि देखो तुम्हारी health खराब हो जाएगी तो उसको पहनो, like discipline orientation से एक natural pull कैसे generate करें. So that is the motivation. Project duration 12 months is fine. Budget roughly it will be around 2.75 with around 2 lakhs for prototyping and hardware, and the rest will be a mix of travel and miscellaneous.
इसमें conceptual design कुछ बनना गया क्या? It is still in the drawing stage.
So we actually have one design which was developed for COVID by the vendor we are working with, Discania. So that does not have the fan. The rest he has done. So the design work is to develop it with a fan. So we overcome the pressure drop and make the filters more capable of handling dust, like dust handling capability बढ़ाना उसका, क्योंकि वहाँ बहुत सारा dust होगा और फिर उस cartridge का replacement on a daily basis or weekly basis, that from a cost and function point of view has to be explored.
तो ये बैटरी ऑपरेटेड होगा फैन?
हाँ.
अच्छा, नहीं एक्चुअली जो फील्ड में जो उन्होंने विजिट किया, आई थिंक सूरज हैज विजिटेड, तो जो भी अभी एग्जिस्टिंग मास्क भी दिया जाता है एक्चुअली, ऑब्वियसली इट मे हैव सर्टेन ड्रॉबैक, तो वो भी यूज नहीं करते. तो व्हाट अबाउट द साइकोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट, जो भी आप सॉल्यूशन दोगे, इवन दो इट मे बी वेरी कंफर्टेबल वन, विल दे यूज इट? ये भी मेरे से डाउट है.
बेसिकली जैसे अपना एग्जांपल है, हम लोग मास्क पहनना स्टार्ट किया था, घर से बाहर निकले थे, मास्क 1 घंटे में थक जाते थे. धीरे धीरे मास्क हम काफी देर तक रेगुलर पहनने का हैबिचुअल हो गए. सेम चीज तो यहाँ पर होगी. पहली चीज कि मास्क जो आप बोल रहे हैं कि साइकोलॉजिकल पहनते नहीं, पहनना स्टार्ट करेंगे तो प्रैक्टिस में आ ही जाएगा, जैसे हमने खुद महसूस किया. दूसरा जो फैन का बता रहे हैं, अगर आप पैसे अलाउ करेंगे आने जाने का, फिर डस्ट भी आएगा ही आएगा, पार्टिकल की साइज पर डिपेंड.
नहीं, उसके लिए फिल्टर, जो डस्ट हैंडलिंग कैपेबिलिटी की बात कर रहा हूँ, जो कार्ट्रिज होगा,
फैन क्या करेगा ना, वेलोसिटी बढ़ाएगा. जब भी वेलोसिटी बढ़ेगी तो वो मूवमेंट फ्लो बढ़ जाएगा. एक चैलेंज है, मतलब मेरा कहने का मतलब डस्ट आएगा, बड़े पार्टिकल तो रुकेंगे. अगर आप
नहीं, ये जो डिजाइन है ना, ऐसे पूरा एनवलप फेस को करेगा, पूरा शील्ड हो गया, तो जो एयर इनटेक है उसका एक ही रास्ता है, फिल्टर के थ्रू.
ओके,
तो वो प्रेशराइज्ड एक तरह से आपने एरिया बना दिया, इसके अंदर से एयर एस्केप हो सकती है लेकिन एयर अंदर नहीं आ सकती. तो आपका जो ब्रीदिंग एरिया है,
केवल अंदर की एयर को बाहर निकाल लेंगे. बस
बाहर से हमने क्लीन एयर अंदर दी और जो उसका ब्रेथ है
क्लीन एयर कहाँ से आएगी? वो तो एनवायरनमेंट तो डस्टी एलिंग में कुछ
तो इसीलिए फिल्टर जो फिल्टर कार्ट्रिज जिसको मैं रिप्लेसमेंट की बात कर रहा हूँ कि एक दिन में करें या एक हफ्ते में करें, वो डस्ट हैंडलिंग कैपेबिलिटी उसकी उससे बनाई गई। द चैलेंज इज कि उसका जो एक्सलेशन है वो भी एफर्टलेस हो बिकॉज इट इज प्रेशराइज्ड, उसमें थोड़ा डिजाइन
फिल्टर आएगा तो चैलेंजिंग होते ही, वो तो बढ़ेगा प्रेशर ड्रॉप।
वही जो फैन का आइडिया है उस प्रेशर ड्रॉप को ओवरकम
कर फैन बढ़ाएंगे, वो तो बता रहा हूं, फैन बढ़ाएंगे तो पार्टिकल भी जाएंगे अंदर, ये नेचर है इसका।
वो चैलेंज है
क्योंकि कोई चीज आप ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट करेंगे तो सांस लेने में दिक्कत होगी, खोलेंगे तो अंदर बाहर वाली चीज अंदर जाएगी। मतलब ये चैलेंज है,
नहीं बट ये यहाँ तक
ऑप्टिमाइज
आई नो बट यहाँ तक कंसेप्ट थॉट थ्रू है कि जैसे हम क्लीन रूम्स बनाते हैं, कंप्यूटर के लिए क्लीन रूम्स होते हैं, तो उसमें कंसेप्ट क्या होता है कि बाहर की एयर को फिल्टर करके रूम के अंदर प्रेशराइज करते हैं। एग्जांपल लें इस रूम का कि अगर हम इसमें पॉजिटिव प्रेशर कर देंगे और वो पॉजिटिव प्रेशर क्लीन एयर से हो रहा है, मतलब बाहर की हवा को फिल्टर करके डाल, तो बाहर की हवा अंदर नहीं आ सकती क्योंकि यहाँ पॉजिटिव प्रेशर है, तो डस्ट जो है वहां से वापस अंदर तो नहीं आएगी, ये तो क्लियर है।
मेरे हिसाब से ये इतनी ज्यादा फाइन डस्ट है कि इसको किसी भी तरह से जितना आप रोकेंगे और जितना फाइन डस्ट अंदर जाएगी तो वो बहुत प्रॉब्लम करेगी, क्योंकि हमें प्रॉब्लम आता है जो हम अमृतसर के भी काम करते हैं, अमृतसर की बहुत सारी डस्ट हुई है, तब हम लोगों ने तय किया था कि हम उन्हें मास्क बनाए, तो हमें कहा गया कि फाइन डस्ट इज मोर डेंजरस देन दिस डस्ट। तो यदि वो इनहेल भी करते हैं तो पुराने तरीके थे कि आप उनको गुड़ तेल वगैरह तेल, तो उस तरह की चीजें आप इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे, पर आप मास्क पहनाएंगे तो ज्यादा गड़बड़।
गुड़ खाने से तो उसका गला ठीक होता है, बट जो लंग्स के अंदर
मेरे दिमाग में आई डोंट नो व्हेदर इट वर्क्स और नॉट, क्योंकि आपने इसको बहुत गहराई से समझा, बिकॉज़ आई हैव बीन टू दीस प्लेसेस एंड सी दैट इट्स लाइक talcum powder, this dust is so very fine, और वो इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में होती है कि वो किसी तरह हर तरह से आपका पूरे सिस्टम को ही गड़बड़ करती है। कोई ऐसा सिस्टम हो सकता है कि there can be some kind of wet towel that this dust sticks to, और आप उसको धो सके, निकाल सके, क्योंकि ये जो प्लेन इनहेलेशन है वो तो बॉडी एक पॉइंट के आगे कुछ भी फिल्टर नहीं कर सकती, इवन योर मास्क।
look at the air purifiers.
idea there, I
know
no idea.
No, but just for you to appreciate the whole thing, कि ये जो आजकल air purifiers हैं, Honeywell, Philips, what are they doing? They are using a very high quality HEPA filter which can block particles down to 1 micron. So the talcum dust will not be lower in size, particle size, than 1 micron. The issue comes that if you put, the moment you put such a filter, and then if you try and use your lung power to breathe, you cannot overcome that pressure drop. So to do that, therefore, the combination of this technology is required. That you put a very good filter, and then you provide power, because this man is going to use his hands, a lot of oxygen is going to be consumed. So how to have a refresh rate such that his oxygen availability is a little better than what it was without the mask. So if we crack this equation with a good filter,
then you can really have a breakthrough.
And not have any blockage to his view. So he should be able to see everything clearly.
Yeah.
But additional benefit is eyes are also protected, because you find dust, chipping होती है, आँख में जाता है, वो भी नहीं हो. So both of this combined together, think of a fully like a helmet, a sealed helmet, जिसके अंदर थोड़ा पॉजिटिव प्रेशर है, तो धीरे धीरे हवा बाहर निकल रही है, लेकिन डस्ट के साथ हवा कहीं और से नहीं जा सकती, सिर्फ फैन जो फिल्टर करके हवा डाल रहा है वही होगा.
To clean the mask, clean the shield every time. क्यों तो सब उस पे भी चलेगी.
जो शील्ड को तो उससे अपने रुमाल से या कपड़े से साफ करना होगा, लेकिन जो फिल्टर कार्ट्रिज है
बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत इशू है, क्योंकि वे हियर कि उनकी लाइफ स्पैन इतना कम हो जाता है because of the blockage of the lungs.
Actually, in the previous portion of the project, they also tried to do a anti-static coating on the thing, so that वो जहाँ से देखना है, कम से कम वहाँ dust stick है.
कटिंग के दौरान अगर स्प्रे करते हैं तो खराब हो जाता है मटेरियल.
स्प्रे पानी भी कहाँ मिलता है फिर?
पानी की भी शॉर्टेज है, रिसर्कुलेट होता है.
टॉकिंग अबाउट करौली राजस्थान.
जगहों पे किया है, मैंने पानी को यूज किया है.
कटिंग में करते हैं, कूलिंग के लिए भी करते हैं और इस काम के लिए भी करते हैं कटिंग में.
तो हम तो ये सोचे इसी ट्रीटमेंट कुछ हम्बल वे में हम शुरू करना चाहते हैं, बट आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड ऑल द प्रोफेसर्स आपने एक बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट बनना जरूरत तो हम ICMR जो है मेडिकल रिसर्च काउंसिल वगैरह पर अप्रोच करें, मे भी 2-3 करोड़ का फंड बनाओ really breakthrough करो. Show this as a prior art activity.
कुछ चीजों को तो हमें उस लेवल पे ले जाना.
Because IIT जोधपुर का डायरेक्टर जो हमारी प्रोफेसर है, तो उन्होंने शेयर किया they are also taking it as a mission project, because they are already in the
Yeah, silicosis is a major issue.
It's a major issue in most of the industries.
Right.
Have it. अब जैसे construction industry बड़ी है, the amount of stone that we are carrying out.
ऊपर ये आइडिया अच्छा अगर ये हो पाएगा तो ऑप्टिमाइज अच्छा रहेगा, यूज कर पाएंगे.
इसीलिए हम बोले यहाँ पे दिखा दे आइडिया ना, इसी में हम बोले ये
Let's bring it in a bigger form.
And then parallelly what we are thinking is a national
interaction do this. हम अपने daily project programs मतलब जो questions problems लेते हैं, उसको हम basic study करके हम बड़े level पे दें कि आप इसको पूरा करें. This demands a lot of product designing and everything. तो उतना possible नहीं, they come first में सब कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
और इसीलिए मैंने सोचा थोड़ा अवेयरनेस जनरेशन के लिए नहीं और आइडिया लेने के लिए नेशनल लेवल कंपटीशन लॉन्च हम करेंगे, मे बी इन मंथ ऑफ मे, 2-3 महीने देंगे. लेट्स सी व्हाट आइडियाज कम. एटलीस्ट आइडिया से भी बेहतर होगा अवेयरनेस तो जनरेट करे. जो उस जोन से होगा वो अपना लिवर को देख के बोले तो सही, ये इस्तेमाल करो, वो इस्तेमाल करो, तुम्हारा सिलिकोसिस बन जाएगा. तो दैट अवेयरनेस और कॉन्शियसनेस भी हम बढ़ाना चाहते हैं थ्रू दिस.
Sir, I have one.
Yeah, please.
CREDAI एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है ना, कंस्ट्रक्शन रिलेटेड की कंपनी जो उनका एसोसिएशन होता है, एंड दे हैव चैप्टर्स अक्रॉस इंडिया इन एवरी स्टेट. तो उनके साथ आप डायरेक्ट इसमें ये कर सकते हैं. दे कैन हेल्प इन स्प्रेडिंग अवेयरनेस. प्लस देयर आर बिग कंपनीज हु कैन फंड यू अंडर CSR.
ओके ओके.
बिकॉज़ उनके मेन जो ये इश्यूज होता है, ये सिलिकोसिस और इस तरह के इश्यूज होते हैं. सो दे विल बी हैप्पी टू फंड द रिसर्च पार्ट आल्सो.
ओके. आपने जब बात कर ली सुनील जी, आप तो 1-2 मिनट आपका कॉर्पोरेशन के बारे में बता दीजिए और आप कैसे लिंक अप करना चाहते हैं. चेयरपर्सन वुड आल्सो सेंड यू कमेंट.
So hello everyone, I am Sumit from.
Sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I also just wanted to add a small thing to this because we are also working on this kind of thing. So it is also very critical for desert warfare. Because there is, this particularly when these helicopters land and take off and other things, and there are some sandstorms. So this for desert warfare also, it is dust suppression is a big problem. So we are also working on from that aspect also.
So since you spoke, Sudeep, what are the other levels you have taken to take this? Because Shantanu always mentioned that they are taking it up in a big way.
Yes, so actually for this warfare thing, I think something is going on with the DRDO for some setup. I think some similar kind of setup is also going on for IIT Delhi, and we are also looking into suppressing the ground dust using some dust binders. That is also another thing. So that involves spraying some kind of binders so that the particularly for these helipads and all these things, when the helicopter takes off or lands, so that the airborne dust can be reduced.
Thank you, Sudeep.
And of course, the silicosis thing that you are saying that, so one thing.
Please go ahead.
Mechanized drilling things. So what happens is that along with the drilling bit, you can put some vacuum thing, air vacuum thing. So that can suck off the dust along with the when the drilling is done. Because most of these heavy block cutters that you showed in the picture, they are done mechanized way. So the power is available. So the dust can be also sucked from the on site. That minimizes the airborne again.
Thank you.
Sir, there are some masks.
Yes.
Electric powered fans, electric masks, that cost around 7,000. They have electric fans inside that, and they filter up to 99.9% of that purity level. Also, 3M company manufactured that type of mask. I may be wrong. It may be different mask or it may be different, but just thinking that is available. If we can check or purchase some and analyze that mask, then it will be great for us to process further.
सर जोड़ जाना, उनको सारा input देना, ठीक है? Thank you. Yeah, Sumit, sorry.
Sir, so I have recently joined this National Cooperative Union of India, Delhi, as advisor strategy and cooperation. So National LCUI is basically a flag bearer organization for all cooperative organizations in India. So whether it's Amul in dairy or sugarcane cooperatives, farming cooperatives, labor cooperatives, or cooperatives in other fields, for example, like in service areas also we have certain cooperatives and all. So currently, the last 1 year since our Chief Executive Dr. Sudhir Maji sir has joined, he's a retired IAS officer and a very dynamic officer. He has worked in Health and Industry Department, Government of Mumbai now. So we have taken this initiative to one that build linkages with all the stakeholders. So whether there are like research-based institutions, academic institutions, institutions working with community, or government departments working on various welfare schemes, because ultimately our target audience is same. We work with farmers, we work with any underdeveloped community of India. So it may be laborer, it may be anyone. And recently we have started this cooperative entrepreneurship development cell. So there also what we are going to do is we want to bring this element of entrepreneurship in the whole cooperative sector, because what has happened, being such an old organization, there has been certain reluctance to adopt technology, to adopt the new approaches, to build linkages with the new institutions. So that is one barrier we are trying to break, and we are trying to accommodate, whatever inputs and feedback, expertise comes from every sector. So in that aspect, I had met Saha sir, and the idea was to see how we can collaborate, because you are also working on this rural technology aspect, and we have lots of challenge. So we have millet farmers who are struggling to have proper portable processing technologies at smaller level. Then we have farmers who are into fruits and vegetables, and they need efficient solar drying models, things like that. So we have got lots of people who are facing these challenges, and to make themselves sustainable, especially in the post-COVID phase, we are looking for this kind of technology interventions. So in that respect, we have had a few meetings in the past 1 month, and we are looking forward to a very close collaboration. We also want to involve some of the students as interns in our cell, and plus there are multiple other opportunities. So in that,
we thought this is a very good synergy can be established, particularly जहाँ पे technology adoption is a critical issue, because no बोलते पैसा कहाँ से आएंगे. So if this kind of union cooperation can be created, we can help, and if loan can be approved through their channel, that's why we have started working. Okay, thank you, Sumit. So next one we go to Potterskill and Bhuj. Mr. Ravi is the PI, but I think Ravinder will speak about it and talk about the amount and the duration. तो जोर से बोल रहा हूँ, टाइम चल गया ना. Like is one of the organizations we have since few years from now. And hello.
Yeah, this is Anand from IIT Jodhpur, and after everybody presents, can I get an opportunity to present? क्या
तुम्हारा नया प्रोजेक्ट है?
नहीं, completed project present कर सकता हूँ क्या
Okay,
sir?
so
After everybody presents,
listen.
it's fine. Yeah, I can listen, no problem.
Since you have joined late, what we have decided is the completed project we have just read through.
Okay.
Because the chairperson has to leave around 4 o'clock, so we are spending more time on the new project.
ठीक है sir, no
And
problem.
when he leaves, then हम internally झगड़ा करेंगे ongoing projects को लेकर.
ठीक है sir, okay sir.
Thank you.
Sir,
So
one
keep
important
listening.
news also, like we have got the second license also done. So that is another news you might
Yes,
be knowing. Yeah.
I already told her. So we have earned 6,000 rupees now actually.
Yes, sir.
10 plus 50. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Professor, I also want to ask about my project. अगर आप बता पाए तो 2 sections I submitted it to you. One.
Rajkumar told me, madam, after this you will get the chance to speak. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So, ma'am, during one of the workshop in Bhuj, we interacted with potters, and then they told us that they required some furnace, and Professor Ravi and Professor Kohli already have a very good experience in kilns, and that design which they have actually developed over the time, it saves around 40 to 50% of the fuel, which we have actually tested. and 14 of same 14 furnace we have constructed with the help of Lupin Foundation in Bharatpur. Recently, ma'am, the same design was used for Tawa community, which Yashwant was leading that project, and they have also observed the same thing. Lot of saving of the fuel, and blessing in disguise was that earlier that same kiln was used to make ghadas, and but now they are using it for tawas, and because earlier, ma'am, they are using it in open fires, and we were apprehensive that the moment we are going to load it, the grate will collapse. So this kind of solution was not available in the Bhuj. So it was a problem which eventually, that the organization initially LLDC took it, but they did not took any initiative. So when Yashwant took this carding machine problem, so eventually Khamir said we will help the potters community. You bring out your design, construct it, and then so ma'am, we have planned to construct two kilns with our Professor Kohli and Professor Ravi's design. So I will be traveling on 6th, and ma'am, no, ma'am. We will start the construction.
It's going now after this meeting.
Yeah.
You will go on 6th.
On 6th, I'm going. So our expected budget is around, ma'am, 2.5 or 2 lakh. Assuming that
1.5.
ma'am, we will increase because we are thinking of constructing 2 kilns.
बात कर लीजिए अगर साउंड इस टाइम पे duration is also need to be increased. Sivan says I don't think it's very practical. It has to be beyond 6 months.
There is a workshop also on potter skill, right? So we have planned to construct one kiln.
No, even if construction may be there, but the study and everything requires time, some 5 kilns. So make it 6 months, and then whatever you are suggesting, 2.5 is okay.
Okay.
And everything, everybody, you are putting any number, any number in the cell, aspiring number, but it all depends, as Chairperson has asked at the beginning, depends on how much seed plant we will be having it actually, So what we are putting is a wish list actually, right? We'll start with an approval of today's meeting, and then whenever money will be exhausted, it will be stopped. Okay.
Okay, so my project is approved or
yes. If we have not said negatively, it's all approved actually. Okay. You will get a minutes notice. Yes.
2.75.
But I will not transfer the money to your account or even IIT account. So it all stays with Ultrac account.
Yes.
You spend the money and you can take advance, which is discouraged. But you release the money and take the reimbursement. That is the mode we work with.
So 12 months, 2.75.
Yes. Yes, you will get that minutes actually soon. अच्छा कम तो
प्रोजेक्ट में अमाउंट भी लिखा हुआ ड्यूरेशन लिखा हुआ
मैंने नोट किया है. I think he is also noting it down. ठीक है. So ma'am, we consider this also then approved, right? Because for us we are all positive person. No, we have nothing negative about your thing, right? So Kamlesh ma'am, please speak for your. She could not give the advance presentation, so now she will be talking about some psycho things, what she has in her mind. So ma'am, 3 minutes. Okay.
Shall I use my slides? Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for giving time to me for presenting my work. Previous slide, please. This project is promoting, first one, promoting mental health awareness in rural communities using psychoeducational videos. Next, please. So for this program, what we are doing, we are just getting some information from research papers, from TED Talks, from blogs, from interviews, where we think that's useful for a layperson. And then we have a write up in simple language then translate it in Hindi, then audio recording, then video making, and finally we correct that video and we circulate on our different platforms like YouTube, Facebook, blog, in writing and all. Next please. Next please. Yeah, could I do? Yeah. So its main objective is to spread mental health awareness, and all these videos are in Hindi and mainly for rural communities, so that in very simple language, so that they can understand. Then once we had number of videos, we divided these videos in different sections. One based on TED Talks, like one of them is by MD Dr. Lisa Rankin, where she is talking about, is there any proof that we can heal ourselves? क्या कोई वैज्ञानिक प्रमाण है कि हम अपने आप को खुद हील कर सकते हैं? And being a medical doctor, she is talking about psychological factors. For awareness again, we have one series of school programs where happiness is being taught, happiness curriculum in Delhi schools. What do they teach? On what aspects they are focusing? So just to know how such kind of programs are already available in our community, parents or maybe a lay person could understand how such topics are so important nowadays. Some lessons from positive psychology. Some of you must be knowing that in this field on forgiveness, on compassion, on gratitude and various other intrapersonal character strengths we are focusing. So how these are linked with our well-being. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. So and through some case studies, in some cases they don't know what is schizophrenia, what kind of characteristics would be there, what is paranoid personality. And I have seen in some cases actually, because they don't know about these diseases, and that's why they misunderstood the case, and that's really difficult for the patient as well as his or her family members. So in case studies, we have highlighted such kind of situations. Another section is Baat Pate Ki, in which very simple points like where is your charging point, आपका ऑक्सीजन मास्क कहाँ है. तो छोटी छोटी बातें जिनसे उन्हें समझ आए कि they need to take self care and they have to take care of yourself also apart from others. Then we have worked on folk songs also, Haryanvi Geet, and I have a series of documentary which we have published in through three research papers. One was on satsang, another was on what do they sing in folk songs, spiritual messages, how these are traveling in the society without without studying, without reading those things. So in another paper we have documented in 2017. Very recently we have contributed one paper in publication from Oxford with a UK team, in which we have mentioned that how folk songs are representing a rural women's life. Then after that we started to have some live sessions, and you just see on COVID-19 पे भी हमारा discussion था on मानसिक स्वास्थ्य, where we are talking with some college students belonging to rural areas. Next please. So similarly, one theory is there, average to A+, that's an intervention program, and I am interacting with these girls, telling them how first of all your character strengths, use them and you can use them in a better manner. और उनसे मैं interact भी कर रही हूँ इस मुद्दे पर. ये वाला हमारा था. Then we shifted on socio-cultural factors because I realized that these girls are having number of such kind of issues, like at a certain stage when they are say above 18, शादी और पढ़ाई कौन सी चीज ज्यादा जरूरी है, and they discuss their ideas और हमने उन पे काफी interaction किया. Next slide please. And similarly, when we were talking about one topic, then after recording they are interacting on several other issues, and that's a series of such kind of videos which is going on. जैसे उनके लिए safety बहुत बड़ा issue था when they travel from village to their college. तो और उस टाइम कौन कौन से इश्यूज हैं, किस तरह की उनको प्रॉब्लम आती है, कैसे वो सोसाइटी में हर रोज ऐसी बातें सुन रही हैं जिसमें लड़के लड़की में डिफरेंसेस है. Must be knowing that there are some derogatory comments also for girls. तो हमने उन पे बात करी और बाद में जैसे कि क्यों ये आज के टाइम में इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, ये बहुत पुरानी बातें थी और हमारे जो एल्डर जनरेशन है उसको बच्चों के सामने ये चीज़ें नहीं बोलनी चाहिए. उसके बाद ही बीच में हमें एक और पॉइंट आया कि सगुन आप सुगुन की बहुत बातें हैं. जैसे अगर कोई विडो है तो उसको कहीं पे भी अलाउड नहीं करेंगे. मैरिज वगैरह में वो स्टैंडिंग बैक साइड, उसे पता है कि अगर वो आ गया ही तो कोई भी अब सुगुन काउंट करने लगेगा. Then we had one discussion on this. These two ladies are, this is from rural area और ये चंडीगढ़ में रहती हैं. And she said मैंने मेरे हस्बैंड की डेथ के बाद कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा, लेकिन जब मैं गांव गई तो मैंने रियलाइज किया कि औरतें कितना बुरा मानती हैं और ये सारा वो सब डिस्कस कर रही हैं. और फिर उससे ही अगला हमने लिया कि क्यों हमारा एक तरह से सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट है, चाहे जो हम करना चाहें, चाहे हम मेकअप कर रहे हैं ना कर रहे हैं, वो एक पर्सनल चॉइस है, रादर सोसाइटी उसे डिक्टेट कर रही है. तो ये सारे वीडियोस हम इस सीरीज में बनाते जा रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट प्लीज.
मैडम थोड़ा सा रैप अप करेंगे
तो बहुत जल्दी सर, बहुत जल्दी. तो ऐसे ही वहाँ पे जो वर्क कर रहे हैं उनका हमने वीडियो लिया है और वो किन किन मुद्दों पर वर्क कर रहे हैं. पर्दा सिस्टम पे है. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. सो रूरल विमेन एंड सोशो कल्चरल फैक्टर्स पर हम फोकस करें. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. Just shift fast. Yeah. So simultaneously, in last time you said, what is the impact of such kind of programs? So that's why we, designed a study, delivered and published during last 6 months. So उसमें हमने pre and post testing किया and through WhatsApp, we had a WhatsApp group. Through WhatsApp, we sent some of these videos. Next slide, please. So about all these things, next please. About the paper it is. Next slide. In this case, we had 4-week, intervention programs. In these 4 weeks, 4 topics we had, and under these 4 themes like mental health awareness, mental health disorders, lessons from positive psychology, self-help strategies, these all videos are, developed by us. और हमने अपनी वेबसाइट से ये सारे उठाए एंड एवरी डे फॉर 28 डेज वो एक टॉपिक पर लाइक वीक वाइज गेटिंग अबाउट 20 to 25 मिनट्स वीडियोस और वो क्लोज ग्रुप पर ऑन व्हाट्सएप हर रोज देख रहे हैं. एंड बिफोर दैट वी हैड प्री टेस्टिंग एंड आफ्टर दैट वी डिड पोस्ट टेस्टिंग. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. So these are the results which are significant in these two pre and post testing group, having a good level of effect size. Next please. We had a mixed research. Next slide please. We had a mixed research methods, and we also talk about their open-ended questions. So most of the time they talk about benefits of such kind of programs, how these are contributing to their life and all these things. Next please. So these are the platforms where we are putting this information. Next please.
नया प्रोजेक्ट का क्या आपको वो बता दीजिए.
Next sir, this is the new one. So till now we have focused more on top down approach. We are getting information from literature and from positive psychology, from clinical psychology, from other applied aspects. Now we want to take it up with bottom up. What do they think about, like addressing more socio-cultural issues and including some more experts also. Like very recently we had talked with Dr. G. Chaudhary, Dr. JC, and he has actually इनके स्कूल के बच्चों के लिए हेल्थ हाइजीन पर इन यूपी ही एक्चुअली इंट्रोड्यूस बुक्स इन 2005 और उन्होंने काफ़ी डिस्कस किया कि क्यों बच्चों को अर्ली एज पर ये सब चीज़ें सीखना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हेल्थ हाइजीन क्या रहता है. और अगली वीडियो में जो अभी हमारी दूसरे तीसरे दिन पे आने वाली है उसमें इनका जो मेन फोकस रहेगा वो कि हमारी जो स्टमक रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स हैं उसमें साइकोलॉजी का क्या रोल है. Why in some cases they have psychological problem or वो converted in physical or our अदरवाइज हमारी जो सीरियस इश्यूज रहते हैं रिलेटेड टू इलनेस, तो ऐसे ही हम एक तरह से री इंजीनियरिंग करना चाह रहे हैं सोशो कल्चरल इश्यूज पर, बाय इंक्लूडिंग आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर, योगा प्रैक्टिशनर, आशा वर्कर्स एंड ऑल दीज पीपल, विद ऑल दीज पीपल. Next, please. Last slide, please. Next one. Yes. So, sir, for such kind of videos, that's our budget for next 1 year. That's it from my side.
जस्ट मेरा यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्वेशन है, ये जूनियर प्रोजेक्ट स्टाफ तो आप नहीं कर सकते, जो ऑनरेरियम वाली बात है उतना ही हो सकता है एक्चुअली इसमें, राइट? जो आपका पीएचडी स्टूडेंट को आप देते हो, बिकॉज यहाँ पे पीएसएस ऑफिस डू नॉट अलाउ एनी एडिशनल स्टाफ.
सर जैसे दीपिका को मिलता रहा है लास्ट टाइम,
those are honorarium to the students बस.
तो सर हम वही लिख देते हैं honorarium to the student, क्योंकि वही सब कर रही है मेरे लिए, जो वीडियो मेकिंग और एडिटिंग एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स.
मंथ्स तो अलाउड नहीं होगी, 3 months 6 months मैक्सिमम अलाउ करते हैं आईआईटी, राइट? जूनियर प्रोजेक्ट स्टाफ 20,000 जो लिखे ना, तो यू हैव लुक इनटू दिस थिंग. ऐसा तो आई मीन conceptually we have been looking at it, and there are obviously impacts, but I would like to hear if there is any comment. But one comment I have it, recently last Saturday we visited to Haryana districts actually, no? And not we are mental health expert, but we thought since you have a reach out to Haryana villages, some of the informations we would like to percolate through your channels actually, like for example, what are the schemes available for the skill developments, right? How it can help generate livelihoods, no? So like to utilize your channels in that. So I hope that should be okay. When you do the program, some of those things can be punched, so that when mental health related to the livelihood is an issue, so they would know, yes, here is a scope. Here is a scope for making cooperatives. There is a scheme to introduce technologies. Okay, so that will be our wish list to be included as a part of your videos. Otherwise, I would request if there is any comments, including Viva ma'am.
It's a very complicated subject.
Right.
And in these cases, counseling alone doesn't help. A lot of new medications that has come.
Yeah.
And it's very important that these medicines are introduced right in the early. It goes long, like even for 1 year medication. But schizophrenia and a lot of other diseases, even now the new disease that has come is depression after COVID. There's deep depression and the desire to commit suicide. So this can be taken either by good food intake, a lot of mineral salts that are lacking in your body, less medication. I think if that can be again, and you take help of some nice doctor.
Are you able to hear, Viva ma'am?
Yeah. Sir, some of my students are they are clinical psychologists, and I had interaction with them also in some cases. But when I am talking about schizophrenia and paranoid personality, actually कई बार क्या हो रहा है कि सोसाइटी में जब आप किसी को ये डिजीज है, तो ना ही तो जैसे वाइफ को नहीं पता कि हस्बैंड इसलिए उनको प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, शक कर रहे हैं कि उनकी पर्सनैलिटी डिसऑर्डर है, तो वहाँ जो एक लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस है, एक्चुअली दैट्स रियली हिंडरिंग देयर वेलबींग. तो पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव वो है. फॉर सीरियस लेवल ऑफ डिजीजेस डेफिनेटली देयर should be some counselors and clinical psychologists for their help, but at this point of time at least they must have awareness about it. So to whom they should visit, तो उस पे हमारे वीडियोस काफ़ी अच्छे हैं, हमने 2-3 बनाए हैं, और हमने देखा कि अभी भी जो हमारा इंटरवेंशन प्रोग्राम्स था, थ्रू प्री एंड पोस्ट टेस्टिंग, व्हेन वी send those videos to them, their performance, their awareness about on such topics was definitely better, and that was significant changes in their behavior. तो पहला लेवल हमारा उन तक at least they must know about all these issues.
So, ma'am, maybe you can try to include some of these aspects, what your ma'am is suggesting when you create the videos. Yeah, Upender has some point.
The work that you're doing, I don't need to in any way investigate or say anything about it. My observations are consistent with a comment I made earlier on this forum, and that is, I think this kind of work is better integrated with a health initiative that Government of India may have already been running. And I think this program should kind of get integrated there, because to me it does not right now appear, Professor, at the cost of differing even with your opinion, I'm just making this point, it does not seem to flow into RUTAG as it has been conceived, or as I have so far inferred what RUTAG is. So bringing in this element is kind of spreading us too thin, and also this effectiveness part, and also getting TED Talks and YouTube videos into a thing, it somehow kind of pulls down the contribution as an institute we are making. I'm not trying to demoralize anyone here. I'm just saying that it goes somewhere else much better than here. That's my independent personal opinion.
Mental health is a very important issue, and it gets disguised, so nobody understands. लगता है ये बहुत गुस्सैल है, it's not गुस्सैल और hallucinate कर रहा है. People really don't know that there are mental health problems. So diagnosis is very important, and हमेशा इसको derogatory मानने के कारण कोई इसको सामने नहीं लाता था, घर में किसी को पता नहीं चलता. You have seen that now a new generation of children, उसका कारण और है कि बहुत गुस्सा है उनमें, and it goes to their birth, like how they are born. This whole system of
physical process
is not natural. तो आप ऑपरेशन करके जब करते हैं, there's a shock the child goes through, and they carries the shock with him. तो मेरा ये कहना है कि ये आप जरूर कह रहे हैं कि RUTAG में तो नहीं आता है, इसकी का बहुत बड़ा एरिया है, इसमें बहुत काम हो रहा है और होना चाहिए, पर we have to specifically take some area, not get into all the areas. That's what I feel. Otherwise, they'll.
Akash has something to say. Maybe Akash, you can introduce for 30 seconds before you say something. Sir, samne aaje sir.
I am Akash Sondi. I am lead research program from IHFC, IHF Foundation for Robotics. And I am fortunate to engage with RUTAG in different forums, and this is one. Thank you for the invitation. Again, I want to add, or rather, see the importance of this work. I see a lot of importance of this work, and especially in the case of COVID, which has left a tail, which is like, many people are on the other side of things who were left out from the society. The only maybe, Professor Godara's point about not the technology angle being missing here. But the issue is definitely a relevant issue, whether you call it in the rural context or in the urban context, the technology angle is missing. But I personally want to propose this as an opportunity or a challenge for all of us, that we bring in the technology. It has been seen again and again that, human beings trust technology or I would say application or to more than other person saying. The other person can actually, say that you are not okay. But the technology, if it is, in the form of artificial intelligence or bot, as we say, if it tells you I am okay, then I feel, yeah, the other person is not saying that, it's not that judgmental person. So, I mean, there have been some work done in this area where, similar to how you do Shaadi.com and matchmaking, people give their more information on Shaadi.com and matchmaking than they would share it with anybody else. So they trust the technology more. So again, if the technology piece is right, right now, madam is using YouTube as a video dissemination. Again, here experts are speaking. So, but if there is a technology piece available, which is like a bot or some, and it is right, coming from IIT Delhi, it can have a unique component. If your
expertise rests with AIMS. So let's say AIMS is driving a mental health intervention program. There's so much of credibility, trust, expertise, all that going in. We are not the experts. So for us to design technology to address mental health issues, I think we might create more problems than solutions.
Right.
And to that extent, we should be concerned about how and where we intervene.
So you're coming from that point of view, right?
There are so many problems that, there are social issues, right? There are religious issues. All of it we don't include in RUTAG. In RUTAG, we are specifically doing interventions. So I was saying we kind of get that clarity and then stay there instead of diffusing ourselves in too many places.
Okay, so I've got your point. Sorry, let me summarize here. Actually, we have heard since Gadi ek baar chal padi thi for whatever reason. I think let us try to improve upon it actually, rather than completely discard as Viva Madam is suggesting, maybe we try to modify this proposal. You know, Congress ma'am, in view of what the chairperson is saying, on the basis of that, maybe if Viva Ma'am agrees, maybe I will put Congress ma'am in touch with you through email or whatever. No, maybe in that discussion, if some of the key elements which may really benefit, and what Akash is also telling, I kind of agree, even though it does not fall 100% technology, but I think there's some angle is there. You know, it cannot be ruled out 100%. For which Kethi Bapat was pushing it very hard, and then it has started. So I think let us get a modified version of it, and then internally again we'll discuss before we formally approve it. Is that okay, Congress ma'am?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'll wait for your comments. Thank you.
What I will connect you, ma'am. You should be able to give her specific advices. What you just said, maybe she has not captured it, and so maybe I will, once the minutes are ready, I will ask you to add few specific lines. Yes. Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So next phase of our agenda item is basically reporting. So I will request all of you to, if you can open your boxes in front of you, and while chewing something, and then I can tell you what is this updates. Well, I will also choose something, and then I will update something.
Yes, sir. वो सामने आपने लिखा हुआ है तो कैसे क्यों?
Avoid. Very smartly लिखा था उसने मैंने actually. आज से avoid नहीं कर सकते. देखो जब मैंने लिखा था बहुत सोच के लिखा था, because some of the people have actually eaten, even though it was written kindly don't take it. तो मैंने सोचा जब important meeting चलेंगे तो कैसे मना करो इस चीज में, तो फिर वो avoid वाला वर्ड ज्यादा दिया, तो उससे escape routes. Okay.
अच्छा प्रोफेसर साहब, मुझे एक आइडिया आ रहा है कि suppose we become enablers for this project getting funded from somewhere else, जहाँ पे with whatever we know, I think for Dr. Kamlesh, the key thing is getting some funding for the students that are working on it.
Right.
It may be RUTAG, it may be somewhere else. Or if we all organizations come for maybe they can fund more, and they can also guide her better in terms of psychological tools to measure the effectiveness. And मुझे लगता है कि वो can be a contribution from our side.
May I, sir? Yeah, actually, I have other projects also, but their objectives are totally different. Like I have another project from Anand Mantralaya, MP, and we are developing a psychological test to test happiness in Indian setting. And another one is on happiness strategies to measure, happiness strategies to know how happiness happiness strategies are highly correlated with happiness. But here, actually, my objective is just to know about all these things, not doing hardcore, research where my interest is to publish. But still, I think we have published a very good research paper in Journal of Clinical Psychology, in which we did pre and post testing and show its effectiveness. So such kind of platforms are, being used nowadays, like serious games, gamification. We are delivering intervention programs through websites and checking their pre and post testing effectiveness of such kind of programs. So that way, technology is being used in psychological researches. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam. So now the reporting item, the publications, we have two RUTAG newsletters, every 6 monthly published. One is in our folder, the latest one. Then in order to spread the message of rural technologies, we regularly publish in one of the dedicated conference organized at IIT Jodhpur. This is the Rural Technology Development and Delivery, RTDT. And for Madam Gupta's knowledge, this has been initiative of RUTAG in 2018. We held the first international conference at IIT Delhi. Second one was held at IIT Madras, and third one is IIT Jodhpur, which has happened just a few months ago. and its proceedings are published as a book by Springer. So you already have the IIT Delhi book already in the public domain, and for Madras one is coming soon, and then of course followed by Jodhpur. So we have 6 papers from Gujarat IIT Delhi. We have 8. Okay. Events, this is little interesting. I must share with you what the philosophy we had it at our end. The first one is the Speak Mecca. The Speak Mecca, as we all know, that they basically propagation of music and arts. So now they do online arts workshops. So in one such advertisement, I approached our Kiran said, I mean, for everybody's knowledge, he has been our faculty here. And I said, I would like to tell how technology supports are available for the artisans, who would like to. So with that, we conducted 3 events already. 2 events already have done, 3rd one is coming up. So 7. So what has interestingly happened, first one I gave it, next one we gave it. The school children who are listening, they asked, how can we contribute to Ruta? So it was a very positive, but since they are not having any technical background, since they didn't have a technical background, so I had some idea, so I would like to hear comments on that idea from the floor also, but somewhat they have accepted the idea. I said, okay, if a school children, class 9, 10, 11, 12, if they're good at poetry or they're good at sketching, they're good at dramatic, can they make a sketch of one of our products? Can they write a poetry about one of our products? They can they write an article about our product? Can they talk about the product around the community? Or can they bring the problems from their community to us? So with this in intention, 17th of April, next Sunday, there will be a workshop like that. Okay. Tour of stalls were mostly for our first year students. So when they join, so that exposure is given to them. Actually, they have flashed that proceedings actually of the 2018 conference. Then Ruta Club orientation. In this club orientation, not only we give the orientation to our students and also to the faculty. So we request all the faculty to join. Maybe 8-10 faculty joins who did not take part in Ruta earlier, so they keep asking questions. So we have to keep the information to their mind all the time. So that's why every 6 months we do this. Field visit. There are 5 depending on explore further before a project is undertaken, just like Vilvasis and this Finesses, as we have seen. Summer project at Ruta IIT Delhi. This is something very interesting. I think last summer. So last year during the summer we have made an internship for the Rutax because not many internships are available outside. So about 200 students participated, but originally around 600 people showed interest. To filter them out, we never said no to any one of them. We never spent any single minute to do the filtering out. It was done automatically. We said if 600 people are interested about Ruta, give us 2 slides talking about what Ruta is. Go all the 5 websites. You won't believe it, 400 automatically dropped actually. So only 200 came. And we have divided them into 40 teams, 5 in each team, and they have taken a project of various kinds. So the idea here is we are not expecting real solutions to be provided by them, but basically to get involved with the societal activities. And we have extremely good feedback. If the results per click karo to dikhao ek baar. And some of the feedback is very heartening. I never seen such a feedback from any student. वो वाला देखा जहाँ पे बोलता है ना रोड लाइनिंग सिखाने है अच्छा ये है वो वाला इसमें नहीं है. Anyway, some students have said no, this is the first time we got the opportunity to have a freedom of deciding what we're going to do, not that road lining which has been kind of imposed upon us actually. So that was very heartening.
Also, we were very happy to connect with society. Like there's always a real problem.
Actually,
Yeah, please.
Can I tell something?
Yes, Anand.
So after reading through some of these RUTAG feedbacks, only my students here at IIT Jodhpur have come forward to do something. So it's a great thing that it has been done like this, and a website, very good website, has been also updated. And this comments are amazing. The students have nicely said about the the way that they have worked, and the way that they have got an opportunity to see the real world problems and scenarios. Thank you.
Anand. So that has motivated us to do this year also, and not only we stick to engineering. Now with the National Cooperative Union, they also have an internship program with all various types of sociology background, law background, all sorts of things. So this time we'll have mix and match in this group. Okay, so then there are so RUTAG IIT Delhi Club, which has been on and off, good or bad. So this time what we did is we are trying to make it much stronger, telling that every 6 months we'll evaluate them in terms of their interests, and then we'll renew their membership. Let's see how it goes. Continuing in the same directions, we involve multi-institutions like IIT Indore is there, JNU is there, DTU there, Kolaghat Engineering College is there, NIT Durgapur are there, and then IIT Jodhpur is there, IIT Jammu is there. So what we do is every month we meet only for 1 hour, and we give 5 minutes slot to each of the students for carrying forward some projects, and others just listen and implement. RUTAG IIT Delhi's collaboration with Purdue's EPICS program. So in a similar note, Purdue University in US, they have a program called Engineering Projects in Community Services. So every 2 months we meet, we have 4 presentations, 2 by them, 2 by us, basically to get to see how they are doing their projects, how we are doing our projects. And they present mostly the projects which they have taken from us, from India basically. And we present our varieties of projects. Technology sold by RUTAG IIT Delhi through Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer 18. So I mentioned last meeting also, we have created a scheme called Innovative Product Delivery. Anybody wants to buy our product, they can pay to our FITT, a technology transfer wing, and they pay 10% service charges and then 18% GST. As soon as the money comes, we deliver the product. So out of 18, that would be Tulsi Mala would be mostly, maybe Tendril Pump also, BDT, Product Driven Tractors, and Animal Driven Fiber. So that's the list provided in our. On the upcoming events, RUTAG Regional Workshop at Bhuj during 25th and 26th of April on food processing, carding, and water skill. So many of us are going there. Ma'am, if time hoga to would you like to come? Invited, अच्छा. अभी तो सर post कर दी पड़ी So please come. I think it will be very nice. And then Speak Make a Craft Awareness Program that I just mentioned, that I will do it on 17th. And with this, I think I finished very well on time.
Very well.
Right? And after you leave, we'll just redo this part and fight amongst each other for about an hour before we wanted to leave the meeting. So any comments from the chairman side first, followed by any other discussion before she leaves?
I'm impressed by this involvement of young minds in this whole program. You have a very good documentation. Of course, your magazine is there.
Yes.
But documentation of everything that they think about.
Okay.
जो issues, जो problems, जो भी उनको लगता है, वही हमारे सामने रहते हैं. So this is kind of a library of thoughts. इतनी सारी चीजें हमने सोची. Maybe some of them become major thrust area. मैं आपको छोटा सा उदाहरण देती हूँ हम जो कर रहे हैं काम. हमारे यहाँ भी रोड एक्सीडेंट्स बहुत बढ़ने लगे. रोड अंदर आ गए, गांव के अंदर सब ये. तो हम लोगों ने एक रिफ्लेक्टिव स्ट्रिप का काम शुरू किया। उससे ये कि हम उसे सुरक्षा पट्टी कहते, तो वो सब बैलगाड़ी पर, साइकिलों पर, मोटरसाइकिल पर चिपका देते हैं, क्योंकि ज्यादातर इन व्हीकल्स में रेड लाइट्स रहती नहीं, मतलब नोबडी केयर्स, वो फुट गई तो फुट गई, और बड़े रोड्स में दिखाई नहीं देता। तो हमने जब रिफ्लेक्टिव स्ट्रिप का काम शुरू किया तो बच्चों का यही काम था कि वो इसको समझे और सुरक्षा दें, बट दे हैव टू पे फॉर इट। और अभी हमने देखा कि कुछ गांव में वो लोग अपनी जानवरों को सींग पे भी लगा देते हैं। अच्छा। क्योंकि कुछ जानवरों को आदत होती है वो भाग जाते हैं दूसरों के खेतों में, रात को उन्हें पकड़ना बहुत मुश्किल होता है। तो एक टेक्नोलॉजी से दूसरी टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत सिंपल है, 2 रुपए का या 5 रुपए की वो स्ट्रिप रहती है, और उसे बहुत मदद हो रही है। तो मुझे लगता है कि हम ऐसी कोई चीज़ जो बहुत इफेक्टिव हो, बहुत सस्ती हो, जैसे आपको पता ना उस समय चुटकी भर नमक और 1 मुट्ठी शक्कर ORS ड्रिंक बना था और सब जगह बहुत फेमस हुआ था। तो ऐसी सिंपल चीजें यदि निकालते हैं, RUTAC gets this opportunity to take this as a mission in this country. तो ऐसे हमारे 3-4 मिशन भी साल भर में निकलते हैं, तो RUTAC gets a name। अभी क्या होता है कि ये फ्लिटर अवे हो जाता है, सबने बहुत अच्छा सोचा, बहुत अच्छा किया, पर देश पर क्या असर हुआ उसका। तो ऐसे यदि हम इस तरह की कुछ चीजें निकालें जो बहुत सिंपल है, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया रिफ्लेक्टिव स्ट्रिप, हर जगह पहले रहता था, साइकिलों पर लाइट्स लगती थी, मेरे जमाने की बात कर रही हूँ, पर अभी ये है कि दिस थिंग इज गोइंग, पर इससे एक्सीडेंट्स कोई कम नहीं हो रहे हैं, और मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी में हमारे पास बहुत कुछ है। वैसे सोलर बहुत बड़ा एरिया है, सोलर में इतना कुछ हो सकता है, इतना अबेंडेंस है हमारे पास सोलर का, इतने डिवाइसेस निकले, पर जैसे चाइना ने उसको मिनिएचराइज किया ना छोटी छोटी चीजों, सो लेट RUTAC कम विद सम एटलीस्ट 1 or 2 थिंग्स which go on a large scale in this country. एक छोटी सी टेक्नोलॉजी कपाट के समय हमने देखी थी कि जो क्रिमेशन होता है जहाँ पर, वहाँ पे क्रिमेटोरियम, उन्होंने इस तरह का कोई डिजाइन किया जिसमें 50% लकड़ी बच सकती है, और ये तय हुआ था कि सारी ग्राम पंचायतें यदि उसे लेती हैं तो भारत में बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में लकड़ी बच सकती है। तो हम ऐसी कुछ चीज़ों को और अच्छे से डिजाइन करके, उसको और मॉडर्नाइज करके, ऐसा यदि हम फैलाते हैं तो कम से जस्ट, क्योंकि हमारे पास पैसा बहुत कम है पर हमारा नेटवर्क बहुत बड़ा है।
तो इसके लिए लॉग्स की बात करूँ ना, उसके कार्बन के लॉग्स,
अलग अलग चीजें यदि हम कर सकें तो मुझे लगता है कि कुछ ऐसी चीजें जिससे इस देश में इम्पैक्ट हो, और RUTAC उसमें एक प्राइम इंस्टीट्यूशन बने, प्राइम सेंटर बने, तो वो चीजें बहुत अच्छी है।
जो फैलाने के लिए बात होता है, एक्चुअली विजय लेफ्ट, एक्चुअली आई वांटेड टू आस्क हिम दैट थिंग, बिकॉज़ उन्नत भारत अभियान जो प्रोग्राम बनी है ना मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन की, सो दे हैव अबाउट 3,000 आई थिंक कॉलेजेस है, 10,000 विलेजेस है, नो वी वांटेड नो a synergy between them, so that आप जो बात कर दीजिए टेक्नोलॉजी हम यहाँ बनाए and then it goes there, no?
आपको एक उदाहरण देखिए कि अपना जो टी पॉट होता है ना, तो आप जब डालते हैं तो उसमें से एक बूंद जो है चाय या कॉफी रह जाती, गिरती है वो, और ये मुश्किलात आती थी एयरपोर्ट्स पे, मतलब खासतौर से प्लेन में। ये लोग चाय देते हैं ना, तो यदि ये गिरने लगा किसी भी इस पर कस्टमर पर तो मुश्किल होगी। तो जब मैं MIT गई थी तो मैंने देखा कि इस एक लड़के ने इस पर काम किया था कि वो बूंद न गिरे, केवल इस पे काम किया, और वो बूंद नहीं गिरे तो उसने वहां पे जो पाउट होता है उसमें एक छेद बनाया, तो रिवर्स वो वापस चला जाता है। तो वो बूंद न गिरना ही इतना बड़ा टेक्नोलॉजी था कि पूरे विश्व ने उस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज किया कि पाउट में वो एक छेद बनाता है ताकि कॉफी या चाय गिरे ना, उसकी जो लास्ट बूंद होती है। हम इस तरह से भी कुछ करते हैं तो बहुत बड़ा काम होगा।
Thank you. The idea we can convert it into a metro. Impact versus cost. जैसे आपने एग्जांपल रिफ्लेक्टिव का दिया, I can relate my village, you know, the option is not still fully there. Animal driven arts and artificial market
नहीं रहता।
तो evening time जैसे 10 अंधेरा आधा हुआ उस टाइम पर सबसे ज्यादा रिस्क को you don't realize नेचर की स्पीड बढ़ गई है, तो हाईवेज
बिल्कुल,
जिस तरह से
और नहीं बैलगाड़ी और साइकिलें दिखती नहीं है लोगों को, तो अब
राइट,
तो इसके लिए बहुत एक छोटी सी चीज है, पर मैं कह रही हूँ कि हम ऐसा कुछ करें जो दुनिया देखे, उसे लगे कि हाँ ये एक कंट्रीब्यूशन है जिसका सचमुच पूरे भारत में असर हुआ है।
So I'm wondering whether we can translate this into a metric. How many people adopted So we say the threshold for the top 5 projects is 1 lakh plus adoption, and the cost of the solution, not the budget of the project, that may be huge, but the cost of the solution should be really. It's an intervention which is within 5,000 rupees or within 10,000 rupees, some number like that. And then we can inspire the entire RUTAC community that this is the kind of project that we are looking for.
तो इसमें जो 2 रुपया 5 रुपया है, तो are they ready to pay even that much?
It's fun. बच्चों को बहुत मजा आता है।
नहीं, बच्चे को तो fun है।
They collect money, they buy these strips, और फिर एक दिन बैठ के जहाँ सब जगह लगाते हैं वो।
अच्छा, जिसमें लगता है वो नहीं पे करते?
नहीं।
हाँ, ये अच्छा है।
वो कह सकता है कि मुझे 4 दे दो, मैं अपनी बैलगाड़ी में आगे पीछे लगाऊंगा। तो मैं कह रही हूँ कि बहुत छोटी चीजें जो इम्पैक्ट करती हैं। So if we cull out from these many ideas, so it's basically an idea cell, like a lot of ideas pouring into it. जैसे innovative forum कर रहा है ना, वो हर तरह के ideas ला रहा है उसमें से करना है। वैसे हम भी यदि करते हैं।
We motivate that.
Because you are bringing students in, and students have a lot of ideas, so should we do that?
Sure, we'll take it. So before she leaves, anybody wants to give a comment? Offline or online? Online, anybody wanted to give a comment? Okay, DA कौन है? Who did not speak at all? Let us get them introduced at least. कल्पना मैम को परिचय करा दो एक बार. कल्पना मैम, म्यूट में हो आप. Development alternatives, DA. Seems like AI कौन है? आनंद, ठीक है, बात करेंगे हम उनसे. सूरज हो गया. So, thank you, ma'am. In that case, I mean, if you, in case you want to leave early, no, it's up to you. Otherwise,
I'm sorry, but
right.
Sadly, I got the appointment at wrong time.
Right. No. I think it's all right. Once they leave the knee and none of that.
So, thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे।
एक बार उनको ड्रॉप कर दो, कहाँ पे गाड़ी है? कौन जाएगा उनके साथ?
I can drop.
No, she has a car. I mean,
No, I have a car.
a car.
I'll just
फोन करना पड़ेगा ना कार को?
हाँ, मैं कॉल करती हूँ। I just
नहीं, ये कॉल कर दियो। मैं ड्रॉप करता हूँ, कार को कॉल करके। कार तो शायद पार्किंग में चली गई होगी।
I'll just call him. I have the number.
ठीक है। तो मैम हम थोड़ा सा शुरू करते हैं हमारा रिवाइज करना।
We can have a round of applause for ma'am's first.
Yes. Maybe you can escort her.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you in Bhuj then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think ये जो ongoing project जो है, I do not know if we wanted to read the whole thing, it will take very long time. In case for those who wanted to speak from their heart, Anand wanted to say something. If Anand wanted to say something, and what the other peers wanted to say something, उसको ही ले लेते. Otherwise, I think we may spend little time for general discussion actually. Like we have two persons from two other agencies. We may see that how synergy can be done actually, right? So Anand, you wanted to really present anything?
Yeah. I can summarize a little bit. So should I share the screen and
you please share the screen and finish in maximum 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. Yeah, okay. So I will share the screen 1 second. So can I get some permission?
Permission do unko.
Yeah, it is said that only meeting organizers and presenters can share. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah. Is it visible?
Yes. No. Your screen is not yet.
Okay. Yeah. It's not coming up now.
Not really. देखो एक बार सूरज क्या है?
Okay. 1 second. Now?
हाँ अभी आ रहा है. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This particular project it has
Screen करो.
seen. Hello, sir.
Make a full screen.
Yeah, it's full screen only, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
So,
can't see your
yeah.
presentation now. We are only able to see your PPT open.
Okay.
Did you share a window or did you share the whole screen?
I shared the whole PPT. One second.
We are not able to see your presentation. We are only seeing the PPT file. So it is not in full screen mode. What we are saying is not in full screen mode.
Full screen mode. Okay. Now I have put on full screen mode, but I don't.
You are able to see the full screen. You have not shared it with us.
Okay. Let me see how it is to be done. Yeah. 1 second.
Yes. One simple method is just share the whole screen and then.
Okay, sir. I will do that. Yeah.
So that we can see your private files also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I will screen one. Let me see the desktop window and.
Now you can put the presentation in full screen mode. Or you stopped sharing.
Yeah, I am trying to. Now it has come.
Yes. Now we have got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this was the project which I started off in April 2 years back almost. So this is on mound-based subsurface irrigation in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Basically, we thought of first of all the challenges that were coming in, and the challenges were erosion was one, salinity was another one, and the other one was villagers started to ask how to grow vegetables in this particular arid soil. That was a question mark for them, and because of the high temperature, everything used to just dry up, and the plants will burn out. So we started trying to put in various thought processes, and in between apart from desalting, Professor Gore was there at that time. So he started telling that you have to bring in a very good example to showcase that whether actually your technology really works on the ground. For that you have to do control experiments. So we brought in the horticultural production with one nutritional thought. That was another question that arose from Professor Gore, how you can bring in that approach as well, and also to increase the yield at a yield at a particular location. So therefore there are 5 or 6 of them. 5 or 6 of these thought processes came apart from the thought process that we actually thought. So desalting the soils came as a big challenge, because in this region there is khari mitti, salty soils. So we adopted the mound-based structures to effectively desalinate the soil through leachates of water going out through a porous vessel. which this particular technology that was initially developed in 2019 to 20 project under RUTAC. So we thought that we could develop this, as well as bring in that nutritional thought which Professor Gaur had mentioned, to bring in much more value to that particular project in itself. Going further, we found that the water flows out in very nice circular patterns away from the central porous body or porous media. So we took advantage of that. And then started to see how you can reduce or take that salt to the extreme end, and take that salt to the extreme corner, such that we can remove just the corner of that soil, just the corners, and take away that salty patch out of the whole soil. So that thought process, we stepped up for using that thought process better. We stepped up the soil in a way, and we planted the subsurface porous vessel on the top, and with high salinity, high porosity, sorry. So for the salt to go away, we need a higher transport of water to go through the soils. So likewise, we did some studies. We were able to, in 3 to 4 days, we were able to completely desalinate most of the 1 meter and 45 centimeter high soils. So complete removal of salt was almost 97 to 98% salt removal was seen in with the help of leaching out procedures of good water. Similarly, the salt water usage in this particular area is also very common, because groundwater is also salty. So, growing crops with salt water, because once there is a transport of water, the effect of the salt on the crop can be decreased. That also came to our mind. So we brought in the transport phenomena within the mound as a major aspect in order to solve that problem. So that I will just discuss now.
No discussion.
Okay. Okay. I will not discuss. I will just move forward.
Show the thank you slides.
Yes. So we grew according to Professor Gaur's thought process on nutritional thought. We brought in, cassava, which is from where the sabudana is grown, and we were successful in developing this crop here in Rajasthan, which is a very unconventional crop for Rajasthan. So with the help of CTCRI Udaipur division, we were able to bring in all these stubs, and we appended the microset procedures in order to grow this particular crop on the mounds, and we were successful in a big manner. And we got it published in the 5th International Agronomy Congress, and it was taken up very nicely by them. Going further, we also had this thought process by Professor Gaur that yes, you have to showcase that actually the technology works to the people, and many people came and saw this particular small control experiment, and it's a great blessing that he gave us this advice. People saw this, and as per today, we have Arpan Seva Sansthan. They came and saw this, and they took up the technology. They even bought the license for it. So that powerful was his advice, and we were able to successfully demonstrate this, and they took it from us now. So we got very good yields also with the help of polyculture that we did on these mounds, and we were able to create beautiful patches of different types of horticultural plants in each and every mound. In each and every mound, we were able to grow different crops. Further, we grew, we increased the production of various things, like here in this case lesun. The production was increased from around 1.2 kilograms per meter square to almost 3 kilograms per meter square. That was a very amazing work which we did with Rupayan Sansthan, and they were happy to demonstrate it on their large farms that are there in the Arna Jharna Desert Museum, as well as in the Arna Fanta village nearby. So then we went on to do the temperature profile analysis of the compost thought. Because we need to understand how much of temperature is there within the mound and can it be controlled in a big manner. So we conducted experiments with this porous vessel patch with manure and other things, and we did studies with thermocouples. So it was a master's thesis work, and that boy got a job after this. So we were very happy so we did a lot of mathematical correlations here in order to understand how the different temperatures at different levels were correlating to the surface temperature as well as humidity in Rajasthan, in the Jipasni block nearby to IIT Jodhpur, and we were able to develop this particular thought process. Now, at the presently, we have one master's thesis which has been finished, and that person, Kamal Charan, got a job, and we have licensed the patent to UNADA, the IIT Kanpur startup, as well as Arpan Seva Sansthan, who visited us in Jodhpur here. And likewise, we have ground applications also, several of them. I will try to, get it done later on. Thank you so much for hearing to me.
Thank you, Anand.
Thank you so much.
I mostly like that how you are theoretizing this thing, and I have a slogan, or rather we have a slogan which have utilized RTDT 2018 brochure.
Yes,
Sizing rural problems, and I think you have also used it, quoting it during your RTDT 2022, and you really taken it in the spirit. Actually, we have put it in words, and you have converted. No?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. So, any comments by anyone? Anand, and Anand has also gave us 60,000 to the kitty, of that thing. No? But after listening to your, such a in-depth research, we got so sleepy. Now we have to order no coffee actually, right? So if you wanted to drink coffee
Sure,
at
sir.
your end, please drink
Please.
it. But here,
Sure.
Mangal has came. I am raising my hand for coffee. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. बाकी हाथ उठाओ. बस 10 लेके आओ. कोई 2 पी लेंगे. अच्छा, so we'll try to finish by 4:30. Why to stretch unnecessarily up to 6 o'clock? So it's an open forum discussion now. Whoever wants to say something, please feel free, online and offline. And if nobody is speaking in 30 seconds, I'll request Sumit ji to say something, followed by Akash, our guest, today's guest actually. No? So time starts now. 30 seconds में कोई नहीं बोलेगा तो सुमित जी का टर्म आएगा. सुमित जी, आपको टर्म आएगा. ठीक है. Yeah, please.
Very important and very relevant work here with respect to salinity-based systems growing things actually.
Yes.
One of my PhD students who was working on neglected and underutilized crop species. So I think nutritional thought is very important.
Okay.
So that is what we acknowledge. I want to say, add a few things. A lot of good work is being done. I see the spread of projects. Maybe on one way would be to consolidate them. The other way could be to let them be grow like a tree, and each one of them grow as small projects or move forward as small projects. I suggest, and if it is possible, IHFC should also consider an experience center of RUTAC. We already have a very nice lab which is virtually connected, but some of the things are displayed. But I think that can be enhanced a little bit so that the students who are coming to IIT Delhi and also the visitors can get more excited about it. I mean, right now these looks as used as a not very fully done things. So again, somebody might say, "Oh no, that is not so great. A barber's shaving would also nice." So maybe having something around it where they can come and look and feel and touch and do. So maybe have a demo sheet, and then can you share a sheet that kind of thing.
Great idea.
That is one thought.
सुमित जी, आपके लिए, Greater Noida के लिए.
Even sir, this distribution center. We want to start this on 6.
Okay.
Day before.
Okay.
So, support the machine for the basic day. and that measure pump also.
Right.
So these 3-4 things we can make a separate section.
That will be great actually.
Because
Do it
now
yourself.
also we have got another like a team of some 20-30 ladies from different places for the 3-day program. So teams like this keep coming for short-term training programs. They can be demonstrated, and they come from
So I
different states.
think राजकुमार जो हमारे है तुम अभी इनके साथ कांटेक्ट शुरू किया एक्टिविटी से
कल ही आप अभी बात कर लेते हैं।
ये एक्टिविटी कौन करेगा कौन क्या क्या आइटम लगाएंगे उन्होंने दोनों तो बता ही दिया तुलसीमाला टेंटल पाम मेरे ख्याल से वो वाटर लेवल मेजरमेंट डिवाइस के लिए अच्छा रहेगा रविंद्र वो भी लगाओ ठीक है 3 तो इधर ही दिख रहे हैं
और कौन सा सर यहाँ का है जो
ये एक बार कंपेनियम खोलो एक बार कंपेनियम में देखेगा पर नहीं तो हमारा वेबसाइट भी चलो जो आईआईटी दिल्ली का इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट डिलीवरी ये लिस्टिंग है कुछ चीज अभी जो साक्षर वाला भी रेडी नहीं है उसके टाइम लगेगा एनिमल ड्रिवन प्राइस होगा उसमें एक बार दिखाओ बट इट रिक्वायर्स इज लार्जेस्ट स्पेस
कारपेट लूम से
कारपेट लूम हो जाए कारपेट लूम है अवेलेबल अभी पर टाइम लगेगा लगाना चाहते हैं तो मना है हां एक अगर पिक्चर दिखा दीजिए दिस इज एनिमल ड्रिवन ये थोड़ा क्या कर लगेगा हां ये जब लूम लगेगा बतासा मेकिंग हो जाएगा अवेलेबल Anyway, let him decide. तो हम दिखा देंगे. Next, ये भी जाएगा लगेगा एक्चुअली ट्रैक्टर.
हाँ ये भी.
Next, लूप थोड़ा बनने में देर है, otherwise कर क्या गई है. ये हो जाएगा छोटा है ये. इसमें क्या करेंगे ना हम थोड़ा बाकी का रख देंगे और नहीं तो टैंक रख देंगे टैंक में दिखा देंगे मौके पे. ठीक है.
बाकी चीजों का सर ना वी आर गोइंग टू पुट एन एलईडी टीवी देयर उनका वीडियोस आप दे देंगे ना तो हम वो भी डेमोंस्ट्रेट कर दिखा सकते हैं कुछ चीजें जो बाहर से लोग आ रहे हैं उनके लिए
वाटर किल का तो बनने का तो नहीं बट वाटर किल बना दे क्या वहां
हमारे पीपल के पेड़ के नीचे बना सकते हैं हाथ के पास
छोटा वर्जन नहीं छोटा उनका एरिया में उनका अच्छा चला जाएगा तो उसके लिए वीडियो डालेंगे साक्षात का अभी मैं इसको रिपैट के लिए डाल रहा हूँ वंस इज रेडी आई पुट इट शिपयार्ड का डेमो नहीं हो पाएगा बट मशीन पे चला के दिखा पाएंगे
ग्रेटर नोएडा के पास में भी एक शिप कम्युनिटी है कर्डल कम्युनिटी
कंप्रोमाइज कर दिस हां टेबल पर लगाएंगे हाई टेबल रेडी के बनाना पड़ेगा बड़ा है
So some people who need a haircut for a sheet or shaving machine.
ये तो दोनों मॉडल आप डाल देंगे. अच्छा फीचर एप्लीकेशन के साथ ये इसका वीडियो डालेंगे आनंद. आनंद.
Yes sir.
आनंद.
Yes sir.
ये हमारे में डिस्कशन ये चल रहा है अभी यहाँ पे जो एक्चुअली नेशनल कोऑपरेटिव यूनियन के साथ हमारे दोस्ती बन रहा है उनका कैंपस है यहाँ पे दिल्ली में
हमारा ऑफिस जोधपुर में
भी है इनका ऑफिस जोधपुर में भी है तो उसको कनेक्ट करवाएंगे बट अभी हमारा डिस्कशन ये चल रहा है हमारा यहाँ पे कुछ डेमो यूनिट लगाएंगे उनके इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर में.
Sure sir.
तो हमारा फीचर एप्लीकेशन का क्या डेमो हो सकते हैं इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर में कुछ हो सकती है?
Yeah, we can make up a acrylic based small a scaled model of that and we can put it there. There's no problem.
अच्छा तो थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्चुअली क्या करोगे एक बार भेजना so that हम इनसे डिस्कस करके फाइनलाइज करेंगे.
I am also going there very soon within a month. Anand ji, you know this Afri Institute, no?
Afri, yeah. We are having,
Rajesh Gupta sir hai, he just retired, I think, 2 years back.
Okay.
So he has got very great experience in this kind of activities. Basically, the water harvesting part and also the horticulture part.
Sure.
So I'll come there very soon. I was there posted for 5 years as director of an institute there.
Okay.
So we'll come and we'll see. And because we have a center of NCI there, we can see how we can, collaborate.
Sure, sir. No problems.
Okay. बाकी आकाश तुम्हारा टर्म है थोड़ा आईसीएमसी के साथ कैसे लिंक आप कर सकते हैं मेरा दोनों भाइयों के साथ मिला हुआ चाहिए ना।
कौन भाई आपके?
एक न्यूट्रा बोलते हैं, एक आईटी।
So
I mentioned that they had shown us the
mobile robo
demos
drones. So again, IHFC, the C of IHFC
Sorry,
is.
sir, you continue, but in the meantime, आज जब हमने स्कूल को विजिट किया था और वो भी थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करो, हो सकता है कुछ चीज निकल के आ सकती है।
So मैं स्कूल से स्टार्ट करता हूँ। आज मॉर्निंग में हम लोगों ने दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के स्कूल ऑफ जो टू बी स्कूल ऑफ स्पेशलाइज्ड एक्सीलेंस है, उसमें हमको इनवाइट किया गया था। उनको रोबोटिक्स और ऑटोमेशन का करिकुलम, अपग्रेडेड करिकुलम चाहिए था और उनके पास काफ़ी कुछ, मतलब बच्चे बहुत ही ब्राइट हैं, बट उनके साथ लिमिटेशन ये है कि वो 12th के पढ़ने के बाद उनके पास उतने पैसे नहीं है कि वो आगे मतलब अपना करियर परस्यू कर सकें, क्योंकि जनरली वो फाइनेंशियली वीकर फैमिली से आ रहे हैं। तो ये चैलेंज को समझते हुए दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने इनको 9, 10th, 11th, 12th में स्किलिंग के हिसाब से अपग्रेड करने का सोचा है, ताकि दे कैन गो एंड डू अ जॉब आफ्टर 12th इफ दे डोंट गेट अ लाइक अ फुल टाइम इंजीनियरिंग और एनी अदर, मतलब फाइनेंशियल कंस्ट्रेंट्स अगर आते हैं तो हमें बहुत ब्राइट स्टूडेंट्स मिले, हमारे सामने आए और उनको हम कैसे जोड़ सकते हैं। अगेन आपका जो डिजाइन रूटैक के जो चैलेंज है वो उनके सामने अगर प्रेजेंट कर सके, और ये बहुत कॉमन होता जा रहा है। जैसे आइकिया फाउंडेशन का EWB इंजीनियर्स विदाउट बॉर्डर्स के साथ मिलके एफिशिएंसी फॉर एक्सेस का चैलेंज है, तो आई थिंक उस पर मॉडल मैं आपको समझा दूंगा। आप उस मॉडल को यूज करते हुए कोई CSR पार्टनर के साथ वो स्कूलों में भी हम ऑफर कर सकते हैं, उसी का एक वर्जन। उसमें जो नीड, मतलब कुछ चीजें जो ज्यादा एम्फसाइज की जाती हैं वो यही है कि अपने यूजर को अच्छे से समझो, मतलब क्या वो यूज करे, क्या उसकी जरूरत है, ताकि जो भी आप टेक्नोलॉजी या प्रोडक्ट डेवलप करो वो फाइनली वहां पर मतलब थ्रू हो जाए, वहां पर अटके ना, मतलब नॉन यूजेबिलिटी के पॉइंट से। तो इन सब चीज़ों को ज़्यादा वो लोग फोकस करते हैं जो बाहर से ये सब चीज़ें हमारे सामने आ रही हैं। अगेन टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज और इंजीनियरिंग वाइज आई थिंक हमारी सिंप्लिसिटी ही बहुत बड़ी पावर है। जिस तरह की जो आप मतलब आपके प्रोडक्ट ज़्यादा चलेंगे, टूटेंगे नहीं, और टूटेंगे तो रिपेयर हो जाएंगे। तो इसी चीज़ पर मैं शायद बोलना चाहूँगा कि बेयरफुट कॉलेज तिलोनिया के बारे में अगर आप लोग जानते हैं तो SWRC, तो उन लोग ने भी DST ने एक लैब स्पॉन्सर किया था, उसमें रिपेयरेबिलिटी पे फोकस था कि एनीथिंग सोलर इफ इट गेट्स डैमेज यू कैन रिपेयर इट इन द विलेज। सो आई थिंक उस फिलोसफी को भी आप लोग थोड़ा सा प्रमोट कर सकते हैं, मतलब रिपेयरेबिलिटी के साइड से। देयर कैन बी अ स्मॉल चैलेंज अबाउट गिविंग समथिंग ब्रोकन टू द स्टूडेंट्स एंड आस्क देम टू रिपेयर इट। इट्स अ स्मॉल 1 week काइंड ऑफ एन एक्टिविटी, मतलब उससे वो रिपेयर करना सीखेंगे। तो आई थिंक दीज आर 2 points व्हिच आई वांटेड टू ऐड। और स्कूल ऑफ स्पेशलाइज्ड एक्सीलेंस के लिए हम लोग जैसे करिकुलम बनाएंगे तो वी हैव प्रपोज्ड अ ट्रैक देयर कॉल्ड रूरल टेक्नोलॉजी। एक है इंडिजिनियस प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट, जो कि अगेन इंस्पिरेशन इन्हीं सब चीज़ों से आ रही है कि इंडिया खुद के लिए खुद की चीज़ें बनाए। और दूसरी चीज़ रूरल टेक्नोलॉजीज, मतलब रोबोटिक्स इन रूरल, इसका हमने एक दूसरा टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज़ किया है, मैं मतलब शेयर करूँगा। तो आई थिंक उस सब चीज़ों को भी हम कहीं ना कहीं वीव, तो आपसे मुझे हेल्प लगेगी कि इस तरह की चीज़ों को करने के लिए किस तरह की स्किल लगती है, क्योंकि हमें वहाँ पर जो भी करिकुलम में देना है वी हैव टू गिव स्किलिंग बेस्ड, मतलब आवर डिलीवरी विल बी स्किलिंग बेस्ड, थोड़ा लेक्चर लेकिन थोड़ा हैंड्स ऑन। और तो आई थिंक ये चीज़ें मैं फिलहाल देख पा रहा हूँ। और आप कुछ बोलिए।
जैसा आपने बोला वो इंसिडेंट है, जब मैं पढ़ाता था तो वहाँ पे हम लोग समर एंड विंटर वर्कशॉप करवाते थे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के 2nd ईयर टू फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट्स। तो वहाँ पे जो था कि स्लॉट वाइज फैकल्टीज को जाना होता, तो हम लोग स्पेशली टीचर्स मिलके क्या करते थे कि असेंबली डिस्कशन, हम यूपीएम पूरा खोल के रख देते थे, इंजन पूरा खोल के रख देते थे, एंड एवरी पार्ट हम लोग उनका थ्योरी बताते थे और स्टूडेंट से असेंबली करवाते थे। तो एक ये है। दूसरा चीज सर, जब मैं मिशिगन में था तो वहाँ पे फोर्ड का है पूरा, तो वहाँ पे एक असेंबली लाइन वो लोग बनवाते हैं। तो उन्होंने क्या किया हुआ है, लकड़ी का कुछ फ्रेम्स बनाए हुए हैं और जितने लोग विजिटर आते हैं उनको एक लाइन में, असेंबली लाइन में खड़ा कर देते हैं और कहते हैं कि अब इसको जोड़ के कार बनाओ या असेंबली लाइन बनाओ। तो अगर हम इस टाइप का प्रोटोटाइप बनाएं, लकड़ी का हो, ब्लॉक्स टाइप का हो, देन कि एक मेंटल विजुअलाइजेशन बन जाएगा बच्चों का कि हाँ कैसे असेंबली करनी है या ऐसे डिसअसेंबली करनी है, और इसको अगर इस तरह से करेंगे तो क्या होगा। तो एक ये चीज है। दूसरा चीज, जैसा मैंने बताया कि मशीन को पूरा खोल के रख दीजिए, अब बच्चा देखेगा इसको कैसे कनेक्ट करते हैं। एक नॉर्मल लाइटर जो होता है चूल्हा जलाने वाला, उसको भी खोलने में स्पार्क प्लग दिखता है, तो वो वहां पे विजुअलाइज करेगा ये बहुत छोटा सा चीज है। तो हर एक जो छोटा आइटम जो नॉर्मल यूज में हम कर रहे हैं
उसको हम डिसअसेंबली वाला पार्ट करेंगे, तो वो थोड़ा सा एक लाइन फ्लो करेगा।
It's a good point. I'm just going to add here. Actually, हम hot session कर रहे थे, hot session and some training. And नीचे हमारा ICG lab में जीवा पे 2 निकले सीनियर जूनियर में। तो जब इसी क्लास हमने शुरू किया था 97 में, मैं सुबारा मिलके कर रहा था। तो every week और alternate week में हम उनको समोसा वगैरह भी काम करते थे। तो पूरा इंजन को पूरा खोल देता है कि इंजन था जो मारुति करने का सर्विस करना है। तो नीचे समझ सेंस लैब में था बेसिकली, जो अभी खोल लैब में ना, तो उसमें 6 बजे से हमारा शुरू होता था काम, पूरा खोल देते थे और डिग्री सबको सिखाते थे, ये पिस्टन हेड है, ये पिस्टन रिंग है, ये है, ये ना। तो जोड़ तो नहीं पाते थे बट वो जोड़ देते। तो इक्वल सिक्योरिटी मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स लेवल था ना, इसी लैब में जो उसको सिंपल में चलते। तो हम बाइसाइकिल दुकान में चले गए थे, जो अभी हाँ, तो फिर बाइसाइकिल दुकान में जाके उसको खुलवा के भी करते थे। स्लिंग मशीन का मैंने नहीं किया था, काले ने कर रहा था, एज ए पार्ट ऑफ एसी क्लब हम करते थे। बट देखो दिस थिंग्स आर लाइक वेव्स, आता है जाता है राइट। तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी हो नहीं पाया एक्चुअली, बिकॉज इवनिंग को कराते थे नहीं, हम उनको कुछ अर्निंग वगैरह देते थे। But when no, I mean after some time, creativity वो जो मैन पावर चाहते, जो जो एंथू जो चाहते, वो एंथू कभी ना किधर जाते हैं।
एक्चुअली हमको हम लोग का मेन फोकस था कि सेकंड ईयर के बाद बहुत सारे लोग स्टूडेंट्स कहते थे कि हमें ट्रेनिंग करने के लिए जाना है और कहीं ट्रेनिंग मिल नहीं रही है। ठीक है, 1 महीने का कोर्स है हमारा, आप करो, हम सर्टिफिकेट देंगे, समर ट्रेनिंग का सर्टिफिकेट देंगे और हम सिखाएंगे, हम पहले बोलेंगे हम असेंबली भी करेंगे और आप देखो, और उसके बाद फिर फर्दर करो आप। वो
सर्टिफिकेट का भी वो हमें जिससे जो भी हम आपको कराते हैं सर्टिफिकेट का हम इसमें एनीवे आई डोंट नो एक्चुअली हम लोग का ये था
आपको मैं एग्जांपल देता हूं, आपने एंथुसियाज्म वर्ड यूज किया ना, तो व्हेन आई वाज अ स्टूडेंट हियर एंड हमारा सेकंड ईयर था, 4 of us during our festival round we opened the baby hostel without any motivation, without any need for certificate, just sort of wanting to open it, repair it and make it run. जो बेबी हॉस्टल 1926 मॉडल मैकेनिकल क्राफ्ट सोसाइटी में साइड में जो कार रखी है वो वाला, जब हमने उसको खोला, वी वेंट टू दिस कबाड़ी बाजार जो वहाँ पे जामा मस्जिद के पास है, उसके पार्ट्स ढूंढे, उसको चलाया एंड वी एक्चुअली रन इट ड्यूरिंग द फेस्टिवल। बहुत पेट्रोल खाती थी वैसे
एक्चुअली पॉइंट वहाँ पे उस लेवल तक वो सेशन पहले तक आना चाहिए।
तो रात को 2 बजे तक हम काम करते थे। क्या मोटिवेशन था हमारा? ये था कि हम
ऐसा बंदा भी है ना, टेलिंग आउट ऑफ 10,000 people if you get it 200-400 people are like that, but नंबर कम बढ़ाना चाहिए, ये मतलब that kind of crazy people are still there, right?
जैसे बच्चों को सिखाते हैं
बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स वगैरह जो करते हैं ना, वो
मैकेट नहीं आपके मैकेनिज्म
पता नहीं, जस्ट टू ब्रिंग इन ह्यूमर। कितने साल तक हमें बच्चों
को बोल देते हैं हमारा वसूल कर दे। So I think online जो है, I hope you people are not getting bored. हम इधर gossip कर रहे हैं। We are gossiping and having some waiting for the coffee. So meeting, let's declare officially closed.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Thank you for coming and joining us. Okay. So we'll just log out now and have chit chat in this room for next 20 minutes.
Sure.
Thank you. Bye. Bye
Thank
all.
you so much, sir.
Ramakrishna, Kalpana ji, Anand Palapalli, and then another person I don't know who is there. Okay. Chalo. Now you continue.
सवाल था कि